Before the break, we are seeing about XLOOKUP. Exercise number 17. We have order ID, order date, order value. So, ஒரு டேபிள் இருக்கு நம்ம கிட்ட ஆர்டர் டேட் இந்த மாஸ்டர் ஷீட் இப்போ நமக்கு தேவைப்படாது. இஃப் யூ வாண்ட் யூ கேன் ஹேவ் இட் ஆர் யூ கேன் க்ளோஸ் தட். ஸோ நவ் வாட் ஆர் வி கோயிங் டு டூ? இதை நீங்கள் தான் பண்ண போறீங்க. எக்ஸசைஸ் நம்பர் 17. So I want you to get the discount value and account manager level. இந்த ரெண்டுத்தையும் நீங்க கொண்டு வரணும். பட் எங்க இருக்கு அதோட டேட்டா? இந்த டிஸ்கவுண்ட்டையும் எப்படி கொண்டு வரது? அக்கௌண்ட் மேனேஜர் லெவல் இந்த டேட்டா எங்க இருக்கு? இதே ஷீட்ல பாருங்க ABCDEFG ஆஃப்டர் G HIJKLMNOPQ Q வரைக்கும் டேட்டா இஸ் ஹிடன். ஸோ டாப்ல யூ கேன் சி ஆஃப்டர் G R. So select the G and R, no shortcut key. Select G and R, right click, unhide. Select the G and R, right click, unhide it. Yes. Here you can see order value minimum, maximum, and discount, customer category, credit period, freight, free freight, payment terms, account manager level, warranty, installation support, annual service, priority support. So 0 to 1 lakh are 1% discount, 2 lakh to 5 lakh is 2%, 5 lakhs to 10 lakhs, 10 lakhs to 20 lakhs. In your slab, either base panni. Now what are you going to do? This you are going to find out the discount percentage and account manager level. Same XLOOKUP. Using the same XLOOKUP, find out the discount percentage and account manager level. So male table irukku keda I want you to do this. Adhe XLOOKUP la you have to find out two things. One is the discount percentage, second one is the account manager level. So data are in row wise. Inge row wise irukku, approximate ah irukku, exact kadiyadu, approximate. Yes please. Write a formula to find out the discount percentage, account manager level. Same XLOOKUP function. அதே XLOOKUP தான். Which is input, which is output. Yes. Approximate match, lower to higher, higher to lower. If there is a error, no problem, 0, NA, refer the earlier formula. On formula refer பண்ணாலே பண்ணிடலாம். Only difference is here is row wise, one section la column wise ஆகுது. அவ்வளவுதான் difference. How to convert a decimal into percentage? You have a shortcut key for that. இது பத்தி அடுத்து Control Shift 5 is the shortcut key for percentage. Select Control Shift 5. And the account manager. Another 1 minute. Account manager level. Okay. 1 minute maximum. Changing the percentage. Okay. Let me do this. Discount percentage equal to X lookup. The input is order value. Control shifted down arrow. Selecting the entire order value, comma. Where is this input range of order value? Order value is here, row wise. Control shift right arrow without heading. I am selecting without heading. Next also I have to select without heading. Control shift right arrow, comma. Which I want the discount percentage. That's also control shift right arrow. Sorry. Control shift right arrow, comma. If the discount is not found, I want to put a 0. Sorry, select panna. Control shift right arrow, comma. If not found, I want to put a 0, no data. I don't want to do anything. Not found, empty out, put a error or whatever. So just put another comma. Your comma just summa empty out. If there is no data, you can say empty. Don't do anything. Just put a comma. -1. -1 is next to smaller item because my table is in ascending order. -1. Close bracket. Enter. Yes. So we got that discount percentage here. Select it. Control Shift 5 is the shortcut key for percentage format. Control Shift 5. Same process. Actually, the copy panni, paste panni, you row number you can change the row number also. Instead of the row number 3, account manager is available in row number 8. So, if you copy panni 3 bala 8 in you can change the 3 into 8. Or let me write it again. For a better understanding, I am rewriting it again. X lookup. Select the order value, comma, and select the order value here, comma. Select the account manager level here, comma, comma. 2 commas. 1 comma. If there is a no error, what you have to do? I don't want to do anything. -1. That's all. So we got the account manager level here. Or copy and paste the formula and change this I3 to Q3 as I8 to Q8. Copy paste pannitum. You can copy and paste and you can change your formulas also. Row number, column number, you can change the row number also here. Okay. Yes. With this, we will jump on to our next exercise. 18, 19, 20, 21. All the 4 exercises we are going to see one concept. Let us start with this concept, one of a very important, one of the popular, one of the most frequently used concept. As of now, from yesterday till now, we have seen how to analyze our data. For the first time, we are going to see how to make a report, how to create a report. How to create a report in Excel. That's what we are going to do now. So we have some data available. There is a table available, business unit, cost centers, asset name, expense category, business category. That is direct cost, indirect cost, admin cost, revenue, and net profit. We have this table. In the table, this table, I want to convert this table into a reporting format. It's a report of market. You can ask me why to create a report. This table is good, looks good. Why I want to convert as a report? I want to know in which business unit we have more profit or in which business unit we have more revenues. I want to create a report. So to create a report, the tool which we are going to use now is pivot. Or pivot. You can call it as pivot, you can call it as a pivot, whatever the name you wish. But I don't know how many of you have used pivot table here. Pivot table use can you tell me based on how many tables can we create a pivot table? Table base pivot panala. Any idea? Based on how many tables can we create a pivot? 1, 2, 3. Minimum 2, maximum. Can I create a report? I have one table here, 18. I have another table here, 19. Is there anything based on which report panna mudiyuma? Not at all. It's not possible. You can create a report based on only one table. One table based on which report panna mudiyum. If you want to create a report based on multiple tables, then we have to use the feature called as Power Pivot. I have a huge data, million, billion, trillions of data. Excel is having only 10 lakh rows. 10 lakh rows is sufficient. Maybe 10 years before I can say 10 lakh rows is sufficient. But now we cannot say. Your global data. Worldwide, company data, you get 10 lakh rows is not sufficient. We have a million, billion, trillions of rows and columns. And multiple sheets of data. I will have this data in multiple sheets, multiple files, multiple location. I have to append it, merge it, combine it, writing the formula, function, everything. As I told you, in near future learning, only add the data and leave it. Everything should be taken care by Power. Everything should be taken care by Excel. That's one tool that is Power Query. All this tool put together. Combination of all the tools only Microsoft has launched just 11 years before. They have launched this tool that is Power BI. So So if you want to go to Power BI, this is the way to start. எங்க இருந்து start பண்ணணும்? You have to start from pivot. Then we have to go for power pivots and power queries. Then we can land here. So we are stepping into the first one to go to Power BI. BI is business intelligence. So we have to know pivot தெரிஞ்சிச்சுனா அப்புறம் then power queries and power pivot. Actually BI will work through power query only. Power query மூலமா தான் BI work ஆகும். Next level, level 2, actually we are going to learn this power pivots and power queries. Okay, so let us start with pivot. So before creating a pivot, remember some conditions. Condition number 1, first condition, no merged cells. We should not have any merged cells in between. Condition number 1, no merged cells in between. That's the first condition. Condition number 2. Condition number 2. Table should have a heading. Table should have a heading. Condition number 3. Heading should be unique. Same heading should not be repeated. No merged cells. Table should have a heading. Heading should be unique. These are all the 3 important conditions. But how do I know this? How do I know that there are no merged cells? How do I know that table is having heading? At least this you can find it out, whether the table is having the heading or not. Heading is unique or not, we can find it out. How can I find out this, whether my table is having a merged cells or not? So for example, assume that there is some merged cells in between this table. In the table line, your merged cells irukku vechingala. Could you tell me how can I find out where is that merged cells? Merged cells enga irukku eppadi kandupidikalam? Any idea? Sir, ABC. Ingia. You have to click here. Select it. Okay. Highlight arrow. So merge irukku kandupidikalam. Enga eppadi kandupidi? Where is that merged cells? What is said is correct. You can click here itself. If you click here, it will select it. Suppose, assume, wantedly I am doing something. I select some cells and I merge it. Some cells are merged. What they are saying is, if you a column is select, you can see that merge center is activated. So that means there is some merged cells. My question is, where to find out that merged cells? Enga irukku and merged cells? It's very tough. So, and I want to find out, in the mari some problems when there are some merged cells, heading is not correct. Sometimes your data unknowingly you would have not deleted your data properly. So from today, after creating a PowerPoint presentation, after creating a Word document, people will say, please check the spelling and grammars. Spelling and grammars are check pannungan solluvaanga. But I'm saying, after creating a Excel report or data, or you are sending the file to someone else, please check 2 things. Check pannunga. What are all the 2 things to be checked before sending a report or before creating a report is? Review. Go to the tab called as review. In the review tab, under the review tab, you can see there is an option called as check accessibility. இது எப்படி உங்க ஃபேக்டரிக்கு எல்லாத்துக்கும் ஒரு 5S னு ஒரு கான்செப்ட் வச்சிருக்கீங்களோ அந்த மாதிரி இது ஒரு 5S. உங்களுடைய எக்ஸலோடைய 5S மாதிரி 1 or 2S. இது கண்டிப்பா நீங்க frequently you have to do this. Accessibility. Click on that check accessibility. You should get no errors here. You should get your data is clean. Can go on. But I am getting some problem. It says keep going. But there are some issues. Fix the remaining issues in your document, make it accessible to anyone. What is the issue? The color formatting is a problem or alt text. The alt text for the physical challenge people. Text are not feel there's alt text. We'll see that. Or table is not having a heading, or there is some merged cells. Yes, here is the problem. There is a merged cells. So there is a merged cells in one area. That's a problem here. That's why it's giving you have to clean up your issues. Where is that merged cells? Just go here and make a click. And it will find out where is your merged cells, and even it will give you the solution also. To resolve this, unmerge it, split the cells. You have to split your cells. So the table should not have the merged cells. If you have the merged cells, this is the best way to clean up your merged cells. Temporarily, I am undoing this. The control is report undo பண்ணிக்கிறேன். Temporarily, I did it. So to check how to use this accessibility. So now I removed that merging. Now let me go to review and I click on workbook check the accessibility. Looks good, no issue found. So before creating a report, before sending a report, you should get this result. Looks good, no issue found. எந்த issue இல்ல அப்படினு மெசேஜ். இது first thing. Select the review tab and click on check accessibility. If you have the merged cells, it will show you whether you have the merged cells or not. There is no merged cells, அதனால இப்போதைக்கு error வராது. என்ன ப்ராப்ளம்? எது ஹைலைட் ஆயிருக்கு பாருங்க, இங்க எது வந்து போல்ட் ஆயிருக்கு. ஏதோ கலரிங் நீங்க சரியா கொடுக்கல, ஏதோ ஒரு செல்ல அந்த எமோஜி எல்லாம் போட்டிருப்பீங்களே, அதெல்லாம் கலர் சரியா கொடுத்துருக்க மாட்டீங்க. அந்த கலர் ஆடியன்ஸ் விசிபிளா இல்ல அப்படின்னு காமிக்கிட்டு. Okay. Now let me close this. No issue found. I'm closing this. Second, you have to check is we have an option available in Excel. I don't know whether you know it. I want to know where is my last filled data. இப்போ இந்த டேபிளோட last filled data எதுன்னு நான் கண்டுபிடிக்கணும். How to find out the last filled data is, we have a shortcut key available in Excel. Control end. Some laptops you have to press control function end. Some laptops you have to press control end. Some laptops control function end. Which is a shortcut key to find out which is our last filled cell. நம்மளுடைய last filled cell எதுன்னு கண்டுபிடிக்கிறதுக்கு this will be useful. Okay, let me do that. Control end or control function end. So I'm going to press that control end or control function end. Yes, my table is ending here. Row number 290, J column, my table is ending here. Perfect, no problem. But we are using Excel not only for analyzing, reporting, we are using Excel for everything. எல்லாரும் எக்ஸல் எல்லாத்துக்குமே டு நோட் அ ஃபோன் நம்பர், இமெயில் அட்ரஸ், லெட்டர் ரைட்டிங் எல்லாத்துக்குமே எக்ஸல் யூஸ் பண்ண ஆரம்பிச்சிட்டோம். ஃபார் எக்ஸாம்பிள், assume I am going to some other cell. I am going to the column number P and I am typing something. ஏதோ சும்மா டம்மியா I am typing something. Assume that I am noting something here and I press enter. Within few seconds I am deleting it. ஏதோ டேட்டா என்டர் பண்ணி அந்த டேட்டாவை டெலிட்டும் பண்ணிட்டேன். I have deleted the data also. Now let us press control end and check. இப்போ நான் control end போட்டு check பண்ணி பார்க்குறேன். You can see my data is ending at column number P. So it is considering this empty column also as your part of your table. இதுவும் உங்கள் டேபிளோட பார்ட்னு நினச்சிச்சு. This way you would have noticed your data is very small, your file size is very large. Data ரொம்ப சின்னதாக இருக்கும், உங்கள் ஃபைல் சைஸ் ரொம்ப பெருசாக இருக்கும். You are not cleaned up properly. Like this, இது ஒரு சின்ன எக்ஸாம்பிள். Like this, unknowingly there may be some unwanted rows, columns, which will increase your file size. So I want to improve this. I want to check the performance. I want to decrease my file size and improve the performance. Speed improve பண்ணனும். For that, the best method is go to the review tab again. திரும்ப review tab போயிடுங்க. Go to the review tab. Click on the check performance. Review check performance. You have to check the performance. Click on check performance. I am getting some problem here. There are 1,88,007 cells we have used it. அதில் ஒரு 2 ஷீட்டில் ஏதோ ப்ராப்ளம் இருக்கு. அதில் 36 cells to be optimized, cleaned up. ஏதோ some problem. Even I don't know. நேற்று தான் நம்ம ஒர்க் பண்ணியிருக்கோம், ஏதோ ப்ராப்ளம் ஆயிருக்கு. நேற்று ஒர்க் பண்ணதில் I think some problem has happened. Yesterday I removed the duplicate. அதில் ஏதோ இஷ்யூ ஆயிருக்கும். Let me check that. Let me go to the exercise number 7. I click on 7. In 7, in column row number A11, A112, F16, le, delete agla. So let me go here and click it. Yes. Yesterday we have removed the duplicate. Our duplicate remove the color and formatting is still remaining there. So your file size is getting increased. Your data format, system speed will be slower. So let me optimize the sheet. Optimize. Check panni optimize pannunga, blind you can straight away optimize it. Optimize the sheet. Same like in sheet number 9, I have some problem. Let me click. Click on that sheet number 9. Yesterday I did something here. Sparkline edo pota seriya clear agala, row height vandu seriya illa. So optimize it. Yes. Now cleaned up and optimized it. Now let me go to the review, check performance. 100% whatever the things, you can say optimize all also. You can straight away click on optimize all. No optimization is required, nothing to be optimized in the workbook. This workbook is clean. Frequent do this, at least monthly once, weekly once. Please check 2 things. As I told, every 5 years no concept follow on your system. Please follow this. Review. Please check the accessibility and please check the performance also. So before sending the file to anyone, before creating the report, please do check this. You should not get any error. Accessibility, no, looks good, no issue found. Similarly, review, check performance, no optimization is needed. Your data is clean. Okay. Let us go to the sheet number 18. Now we have a table. In this table, business unit, cost center, asset name, expense category, business category, direct cost, indirect cost, admin cost, revenue and net profit. Now we are going to create some reports. Now we report create panna. Let us take this business unit, manufacturing unit, customer services, sales and marketing. There are some business unit. Under business unit, there are some cost centers also. Cost centers and below that we have asset name, we have the expense category or the business category. For example, let me take this business unit wise, expense category wise, over expense, maintenance expense, production, logistics, there are sales. I want to know what is the sum of direct cost, sum of indirect cost, sum of admin cost, sum of revenue, sum of net cost. So I want to create a report business unit wise, expense category wise. What is the sum of all these 4? This summarize panni or report panna. So before creating a report, either place the cursor on the table or select the entire table. One table la cursor vainga illa entire table la select panni. How can I select the entire table? Control Shift 8. Very good. I have selected the entire table. Or you can place the cursor on the table also. That's fair enough. You cursor summa vechikina kuda podum. Insert. Go to the tab of Insert. Under Insert, if you are 100% sure that you are going to create a report based on this table, in the table of base report very simple. You can straight away click on the pivot table, the first button, or there is an arrow mark available. When I click on the arrow mark, there are 3, sometimes 4, 3 options. Option number 1, from table or a range. That means whether you want to create a report based on this table. External data source, SAP, ERP, Oracle, you can download the data and you can create a report. Third one is data model. Unfortunately, we are not going to see this today. Data model is power pivoting and power queries. Data will not be in Excel. Excel data will be in Power Query, but we can create a report in Excel. That's the best way. That's the best way actually. So it's graded out, it's deactivated because we didn't use Power Query now. And if you are using Power BI, you will have one more option from Power BI. Overall, using Power BI installed, and if you have created a report in Power BI, you have an option called as Power BI. But we have only 3 options here. So we have to select the first one. From table or a range, because I want to create a report based on this table. So let us place the cursor on the table. Go to insert, pivot. Either click on pivot table straight away or click on the arrow mark and go to from table or a range. Okay. Please be with me. Please practice with me. If you have any questions, doubts, queries, stop me, ask me there itself. Whatever I'm seeing on the screen, you have to see it on your screen also. என் ஸ்க்ரீனில் வருது உங்கள் ஸ்க்ரீனில் வரணும். அப்படி வரலன்னா ஸ்டாப் பண்ணி உடனே கேளுங்க. I can repeat it any number of times because pivot table is interconnected. If you don't know the first step, you cannot go to second step. Okay. So it has opened a dialog box and it says select the table or a range. The table or range is already selected. Second, choose where you want to place this report. Whether this report to be in a new sheet or report to be in an existing sheet. If I say new sheet and OK, it automatically creates a report on the new sheet. But when I say existing sheet and I say OK, it is throwing a error. Why? So you have to select where you want the output. And the output enga venum click pananum. So same sheet means select the cell. If you want the output in different sheet means select the sheet and select the cell. Sheet select pannita appo cell select pannu. You have to select the sheet, then you have to select the cell. But as of now, we'll go with the new sheet. Maybe next session, in another few minutes, we'll see how to make a dashboard. While making a dashboard, this existing sheet will be useful. So now I'll go with the new sheet. Choose whether you want to analyze multiple tables. Do you want to create a report based on multiple tables? Please, please, please do not select it. Dayavu senju idu select pannadinga. If you select it, some feature may not work. This is also power pivoting and power query. Iduvum power pivot, power query oda concept da. So please do not select it. If you select it, some feature may not work now. If a feature work agadu, please do not select it. Rendu moonu thadava sollitan because reason is select pannadum sollumbodhu dhaan pannanum aasa varum. Adanaala don't do it. That's why I am repeating more frequently. Don't select it. Okay. Can I click on OK now? Yes, everyone? Okay. Now changes has happened. Change number 1. On the left hand side, you can see there is an area where this is the area where we are going to create our report. Our report will be created here. You can see the preview of your report here. On the right hand side, there is a pivot table fields. I will explain each and every one. What is the usage of each and every one I explain. And one more change has happened. I think this change you are seeing it for the second time from yesterday. Yesterday, the second time in the changes program. Enna change? Contextual tab. Very good. On the top, there is a 2 contextual tab. Anna, the whole afternoon, contextual tab. We are going to work with the contextual tab. Pivot table, charts, everything with this contextual tab. Pivot table, analyze and design. If this contextual tab is not visible, if this field list is not visible, what it means? My cursor is outside the table. Table with cursor velila irukku. If you place the cursor inside the table, then you will see the analyze and design is available and field list is available. But knowingly, unknowingly, if you have closed this field list, therinjo theriyamalo, 90% therinji dhaan பண்ணுவோம். Whenever new menu open, therinje close பண்ணுவோம். We'll always close it. Okay, if I closed it, how can I get it back? Right click, show field list. It will come back if you have closed it. Okay. Now let us understand what is the usage of each and every one. Everything we are going to use one by one. First one. These are all your column headings. All your column headings are displayed here. Second, filter area. What is the usage of this filter area? I told you the next level of Microsoft Excel is Power BI. But one feature which is available in Excel, not available in Power BI. Actually, Excel oda next level than Power BI. Idoda adutha level. But Excel la irukra or feature Power BI le kadiyadu. That feature is this. So where we can split multiple tables. Consolidating table is okay. Splitting table is also very important. நாலஞ்சு ஷீட்டை கம்பைன் பண்ணி ஒரு ரிப்போர்ட் பண்றது ஒரு கான்செப்ட் கரெக்ட். ஒரு ஷீட்டை நாலஞ்சு ஷீட்டை ஸ்பிளிட் பண்றது another method. I have 10 customers. I want to send the report to all the 10 customers individually. So one click I can create multiple reports. We'll see that. This filter is used for creating multiple report. Then column label. What is the usage of this column label? This column label is used for comparison of your data. Last year, this year, I want to compare what's my sales or production or whatever. So then we can go for comparison layout. Then row label. What is that row label? First, I think we are going to start with this. நம்ம இதில் தான் இன்னைக்கு ஆரம்பிக்க போகிறோம். How do you want to create a report? Whether you want to create a report by row wise or a normal report. Row wise report or a normal report. The last one, sigma values. I hope everyone knows what is meant by sigma value. Sigma values is for summarize. If you want to summarize some data, then we can go for the sigma. Summarizing means summa, only sum. Summary report. I want a summary of a report. You will get only the sum there. Sum any formula will plus, minus, divide, addition, subtraction, multiplication, percentage. Summary of your report. So it's not sum. Then the last one, deferred layout update. If you have a very big table, I have a very big table of 10 crores or 10 lakhs of rows and columns. When I drag and drop, it will take 5 or 10 minutes to create a report. But if you want to create a report very faster, faster report create panna, then we can use this deferred layout update. Don't worry, all the features we are going to see one by one. Okay? Clear? Yes? Everything? All the things we are going to see one by one? Yes. Let us start creating a report. What is the report I want is business unit wise, expense category wise. What is the sum of direct cost, indirect cost, admin cost and profit and the net sales. I want everything total. So whichever I'm saying wise, business unit wise, expense category wise. எதெல்லாம் நான் வயசுன்னு சொல்றோம், that has to be dragged and dropped into rows. Whichever you want to summarize it, எதெல்லாம் total பண்ணணுமோ, total or averaging, that has to be dragged and dropped into sigma values. எது வயசா வேணுமோ அத rows. எதை summarize பண்ணணும், sum count average பண்ணணுமோ, that should be in sigma values. Let me do this. Business unit I am putting into rows. Expense category I am putting into rows. Business unit wise, expense category wise. Sum of direct cost, indirect cost, admin cost and revenue. Sum. Where can I drag and drop? Direct cost I will put it into sigma. But we have one advantage here. என்னைக்குமே drag and drop பண்ணுங்க, அது better practice. Don't go to the left hand side and make a tick. சில பேர் நேரா போய் அங்க tick அடிச்சிருவாங்க. When you make a tick, we don't know where it will land. Whether it will land into filter, whether it will land into columns, whether it will land into rows, whether it will land into sigma. We don't know that. So better to drag and drop it. But where can I make a tick mark? If you are 100% sure, for example, let us take this indirect cost. Indirect cost is 100% is in a number format. Number தான் இருக்கு. And I want the sum of this indirect cost. இது sum தான் வேணும். It's in a number format. I want the sum. Now I think no need for dragging and dropping. You can make a tick mark also. அது number format இருந்துச்சுனால straight away to land into the sigma value. To land into the sigma value. Let me do that. Indirect cost I can make a tick. We are getting the sum of indirect cost. Admin cost I am making a tick. We are getting the sum of admin cost. Revenue I make a tick and net profit I make a tick. Yes. Now we got a report. The report is business unit wise, expense category wise. What is the sum of direct cost, indirect cost, admin cost, revenue and net profit. Okay. We'll do further more on this. Done? Clear? எது வைஸா வேணுமோ அது ரோஸ், எதை டோட்டல் பண்ணணுமோ அது சிக்மால. Now, my report is okay, but I am not satisfied with the view of the report. In the report oda view la enakku satisfaction illa, because the business unit and expense category is shown in the same column. I want the business unit in a separate column, expense category in a separate, for a better understanding. And I don't like that total on the top and data on the bottom. I want data first and total on the bottom. Like this, I want to make some changes. Place the cursor on the table. Table la cursor vechinga. Go to the tab called as design. Go to the tab design. Under the design tab, the first option, subtotal. Go to subtotal. And I think you can tell me what is the option I am going to select here. Then the option select panna poran ungalukku theriyum. Show all subtotal. Bottom of the group. Very good. Now the subtotal is coming on the bottom of the group. This is okay. Grand total. For some reasons, I don't want the grand total. I want to switch off this grand total. Grand total na off pananum. So there is an option of switching off, but don't switch off it. I will tell you when we can switch off. எப்போ switch off பண்ணலாம்னு சொல்றேன். Now it's not required to switch off. Better to be on. Switch on ஆவே இருக்கட்டும் இப்போதைக்கு. Maybe in the next part I will tell you how to, what is the purpose of this. Now don't do anything. Always I recommend your report to be in a tabular form. உங்க report tabular-ஆ இருந்தா தான் நல்லா இருக்கும். How can I bring this as a tabular form? Design, report layout. Go to the design, go to the report layout, show in tabular form. So what will happen is, you can see the business unit will come in a separate column, expense category will come in a separate column. Okay, and I want, this is okay. I think customer service administration, this is the cost. In customer service development, this is the cost. But I want this customer service to be repeated here, so that when I take a printout, very easily I can understand that. So, report layout, repeat all item label. Before that, first you have to put it in tabular form. முதல்ல tabular form பண்ணிட்டு அப்புறமா repeat all item label. Now your item label is getting repeated. Customer service, manufacturing, procurement, it's repeated here. So that when you take a printout, it's easy to understand also. First you have to put the report layout, show in tabular form. This first pananum. First you have to do this. After doing it, then you have to do this, repeat all item labels. After this, whatever the things coming here, it's straightforward, it's very simple. நீங்களே try பண்ணி பார்க்கலாம். இதுக்கு அப்புறம் வரதெல்லாம் you can try it straight away. For example, blank rows. After each business unit, you will get a blank rows. After customer service, there is a blank row. Manufacturing, there will be a blank row. Insert a blank line. Yes. After business unit, you are getting a blank line. Manufacturing, you are getting a blank line. And procurement, you are getting a blank line. If you don't want blank line, you can switch off that. Remove the blank line. What is that row header? This customer service manufacturing is bold. I don't want that to be bolded. You can remove the row header. I think better to remove the row header. Column header. It's better to have the column header. Column header irukkiradhu better. Eduthiradinga. Better to have the column header. Banded rows. Alternative rows. One row with one row band ஆயிருக்கும். Yes. First row, third row, fifth row. It's getting banded. So when you take a printout, it's easy to understand. I don't know how many of you are aware of, in olden days, computer sheets are banded. பார்த்துருக்கீங்களா? முன்னாடிலாம் கம்ப்யூட்டர் ஷீட்ஸே பேண்டடாக வந்திருக்கும். டாட்மேட்டிக்ஸ் பிரிண்டரில் இருக்கும். ரெண்டு பக்கம் ஹோல்ஸ் இருக்கும். blue white, gray white இருக்கும் before that early days. அப்பெல்லாம் print out அப்படி தான் எடுப்பான். Now also you can get it government office LIC போனீங்கன்னா கூட கிடைக்கும் இப்பெல்லாம். So when you take a printout, it's easy to understand. Now we don't have the banded sheets. That's why we can take it in banded here. Banded columns. Alternative columns are banded. But I don't recommend banded columns. I will go with the banded rows is okay. And I don't like this color. Can I put a different colors and formatting? Design. Pivot table styles. And select some different colors and formatting. Whichever the color you wish or you want, you like, you can select that colors. Okay, yes. Done? Could you tell me why the business unit customer service is coming on the top? ஏன் இங்க கஸ்டமர் சர்வீஸ் மேல வந்திருக்கு, மேனுஃபேக்சரிங் அப்புறம் ப்ரொக்யூர்மெண்ட் அப்புறம் சேல்ஸ் அண்ட் மார்க்கெட்டிங்? வை இட்ஸ் இன் திஸ் ஆர்டர்? இஸ் ஆஸ் பர் மை சோர்ஸ் டேட்டா. என் சோர்ஸ் டேட்டா படி வந்திருக்கா? Alphabetically. Very good. Alphabetically, C comes first, manufacturing M, then P, then sales and marketing. For example, just example, I want this procurement should come on the top. எனக்கு ஆர்டர் பண்ணணும், ரீஆர்டர் பண்ணணும். So I want to bring the procurement on the top. 3 methods to do this. 3 methods. Method number 1. If you are using mouse, if you are conversant with using mouse, confident mouse la use பண்ண முடியும்னா என்ன பண்ணுங்க? If you are confident, if you are not confident, don't do it. Because if you are not confident, if you are making an error, undo கூட பண்ண முடியாது. You cannot undo also, so please be careful. This procurement column, I will go here. There is a 4 header with arrow. Yesterday also we have seen this 4 header with arrow. Drag it and bring it before the business unit, before the customer service. Customer service ku munnadi kondu poi vechiren. Yes. Now procurement comes to the top, then customer service, then the manufacturing. So we have reordered it, just a drag and drop. But I am once again giving a warning. If you are confident with dragging and dropping, do it. If you are not confident, don't do it. Second method, I want this procurement should come here. எனக்கு இங்க procurement should come here. Go here with the correct spelling, with the correct case sensitive. I can type it here. PROCUREMENT. Or copy and paste also. அங்க போய் copy paste கூட பண்ணிக்கலாம். So procurement and type பண்ணி enter அடிச்சீங்கன்னா now the procurement will come to the top. Automatically அது மேல வந்துச்சு பாருங்க. Entire data வே வந்துரும். The values, everything will change. I am repeating it. Just go here, or you can go here and copy and paste also. Type பண்ண கஷ்டமா இருக்காது, அப்படியே காப்பி பண்ணிட்டு go here and paste it. Instead of customer service, I will paste this procurement. Procurement comes to first and the customer name service come to the last. Next. ஒன்னு drag and drop பண்ணலாம், இன்னொன்னு type பண்ணலாம். Third one, typing also it's little bit tougher. I want the manufacturing should come before customer service. Right click. And you can see there is an option called as move. Right click, move. Where you want to move this manufacturing, whether you want to move it to the beginning, up, down, end. Beginning means very first step. Up means one step up. Down means one step down. End means last. Suppose I want to move one step upwards. Up. Yes. So you can see it has moved one step upwards. Okay. First method is drag and drop. Second method is type it. Third method is right click. But out of these 3 methods, what are all available under rows? இப்போ எது பண்ணியிருக்கோம் நம்ம ரோஸ்ல இருக்கிறது. இந்த ரோஸ்ல இருக்கக்கூடிய பிசினஸ் யூனிட், எக்ஸ்பென்ஸ் கேட்டகரி, இதை தான் நம்ம அட்ஜஸ்ட் பண்ணோம், மூவ் பண்ணோம். Can I move the indirect cost before the direct cost? Can I move the admin cost before this direct cost? அதுக்கு வேற 3 methods. First 2 method is click here. Already உங்களுக்கு தெரிஞ்ச மெத்தட் தான். Drag this admin and drop it before the direct cost. அப்படியே drag பண்ணி pull பண்ணி drop பண்ணிடு. Second method, change the title. Sum of direct cost க்கு பதிலா I'll go here and make it as indirect cost. For example, indirect cost. So indirect cost first, direct cost next. Type it and change it. One is drag and drop, second one is type it and change it. Third method, unfortunately this right click and move will not work here. The right click and move will not work here. So one more method. In the right side you can see this sum average is available here. Here you can move it, but my screen is very small. I'm not able to move it here. You can move on a customer. So what we do? Go to the pivot table fields. Go to the settings. The gear symbol. There is a gear symbol. Settings. Click on that settings and select the 1, 2, 3, fourth one. Area section only. Area section only. Now you can see it's available. Direct expense, indirect admins, revenue. I can bring the revenue before here. And I can pull panni kondu polam. Or inga apdiye click panningina, you can see there is an arrow mark. Click it where we can see move up, move down, beginning, end. Inga irukku. So either drag and drop and click here and you can move up or move down or move beginning or move end also. Here straight away you can make a right click and do it, but here you can drag and drop or you can click here and you can move it. For this you have to change the layout here. Fourth layout maatam. You have to click on the settings and I selected the fourth one. Area section only. Tell me how can I come back? First one. Field section area stack. We'll see how to change your formulas, how to change the percentage, how to add our own formulas. Next part. Okay? Done? Clear? Now, I don't want sum of net profit. Instead of sum of net profit, I want to count. So any problem? Shall we move on? I don't want sum of net profit. Instead of the sum, I want average. I want a count. I want a maximum. I want a minimum. I want to change the percentage. Right click on the net profit. Right click on the net profit. Summarize value by. Summarize value by sum, count, average, maximum, minimum, product. Suppose I make it as, for example, I am putting it as count. So the procurement administration is 9. 9 transactions are there. Or the procurement development 7, 6, 12. So right click, summarize value by, and I change into count. That is fine. We have converted the sum into count, but I want the sum also here. So we have converted the sum into count. I want the sum also here. So what we do? Drag that net profit one more time. Ignore that way the net profit, drag it and drop it to the sigma. Last middle, move later also you can move it. I will bring the net profit to the sigma here. So we got the count, we got the sum. Both are there. Counter ke pakkathile sum irukku. I repeat it again. Yes. I'm doing it. First, my data looks like this. Right click, summarize value by, I make it as count. Right click, summarize value by, we made as count. But I want the sum again. For the same net profit, I want the sum again. Not here. Here, if I want the sum, you can change the summarize value by count into sum. But I don't want it. I want the count. Next column, I want the sum. So, drag that net profit. Drag the net profit one more time and drop it to sigma. Yes. Now I got count as well as I got the sum. Can I try one more? Right click. Summarize value by. Suppose I put an average here. An average word. Average. So I converted into average. Now I want the sum one more time. Drag the net profit to the sigma. Yes. We got the count, we got the average, we got the sum. Next, we'll see how to create a percentage, how to create our own formula. Okay? Done? நீங்கள் ட்ராக் அண்ட் ட்ராப் பண்ண கஷ்டமாக இருக்குது, மூவ் பண்ணுறதா நான் ஏற்கனவே செட்டிங்ஸ் சொன்ன மாதிரி உங்களுக்கு எப்படி வேணுமோ அப்படி மாற்றிங்க. ஃபீல்டு ஏரியா செக்ஷன் சைட் பை சைட் இல்லை எப்படி கம்ஃபர்டபுளாக இருக்கா, கோ டு செட்டிங்ஸ், ஃபீல்டு செக்ஷன் ஒன்லி, கோ டு செட்டிங்ஸ், ஏரியா ஒன்லி, இந்த கியர் சிம்பிளை போய் எந்த உங்களுக்கு கம்ஃபர்டபுளோ அந்த மாதிரி மாற்றி. சாரி, yes, done. Now I want to know, yes, done. Now I want to know in which business unit we have more profit. என்னால் பார்த்த உடனே டக்குன்னு கண்டுபிடிக்க முடியல. I want to show it in a percentage which is having more percentage of profit. The net profit பதிலா I want to calculate what is the percentage of my profit. Right click on that sum of net profit, right click on that, show value as, show value as. Here all the option available here is very important for reporting. The பார்க்க ஆரம்பிச்சாலே another one day we'll see another 1 or 2 options today. Next level வரும்போது level number 2 we'll see further more options. As of now I will go with the show value as. Under show value as, let us select the percentage of grand total. Show value as la poitu I am going to select percentage of grand total. Right click on sum of net profit, go to show value as and select sum of percentage of grand total. Let me try this. Right click, show value as percentage of grand total. Yes. Out of overall, procurement is having 21%, manufacturing is 23%, customer service is 27%, and sales and marketing is also 27%. But unfortunately, when I converted the sum into count, heading has changed. When I converted the sum into average, heading has changed. When I convert the sum into percentage, unfortunately, heading is not changing. No other go, we have to manually go there and change the heading. நாம தான் இங்க போய் heading type பண்ணி மாத்தணும். For example, percentage. Manually I'll go there and type it and change it. Because in percentage the heading will not get updated. Heading மாறாது, நம்ம தான் மாத்தணும். We have to change the heading manually. Now tell me, how can I get the sum again? எனக்கு பக்கத்துலயே sum வரணும். என்ன பண்ணலாம்? Once again drag the net profit and bring it to the sigma. Yes. ஒரு காலத்துக்கு எத்தனை ஃபார்முலா பண்ணிருக்கு பாருங்க. We got count, we got average, we got percentage, we got sum for one column. We'll see one more also. Be the last one we'll see here. Sorry. Right. I want to write a formula. For example, discount. Maybe let me take 5% of my net profit, or tax 18% of my profit. So I want to create a tax column, or I want to create a net profit column. I want to create a discount column. Discounted column. Net profit la 5%. Normally what people will do is they will go to the original source table and they will write a formula equal to net profit into 5%. From today, whenever it's required, write it. Otherwise, I recommend not to write formulas and functions in Excel. Avoid writing formulas and functions in Excel. Even VLOOKUP also I'm trying to avoid. If also I'm trying to avoid. Everything we can do it in Power Query and Pivot. If you want to write the formula, either write it in Power Query or write it in Pivot. Arithmetical, mathematical, do it in pivot table. That's better. The reason is, when I add a new column here, this table is very small. Okay, we have around 200 rows, but suppose very big table, 2 lakh rows, it will slow down your system speed. Without disturbing my data, I want to create a formula inside a pivot. Pivot kulla poi or formula edha porom. So let me do that. Go to analyze, field items and sets, analyze, field items and sets, calculated field. Go to analyze, go to field items and sets, go to calculated field. Analyze la poite field items and sets la poite calculated field. Click on that calculated field, or analyze field items and sets and calculated field, or you can use the shortcut key also, Control Shift plus. Analyze field items and sets calculated field, or use the shortcut key Control Shift plus, whichever is easier. Easier go the panid. Let me use the shortcut key now. Control Shift plus. It opens a dialog box. Pudusa or dialog box open aayirukku. And what is the name of your formula? It's asking the name of the formula. Let us say the formula name is discount. And what is your formula? It says equal to 0. Delete that 0. 5% into multiply. And 5% on what you want the 5%? On the net profit. So either type it, if you know the spelling, you can type it correctly. But instead of typing, double click. In the net profit, or double click. When you make a double click, it automatically comes to the top. You can see that will come to the top here. Double click on that net profit. Or click and insert. In your button, insert. You can insert it. First I will check, then I will repeat it again. First add and say OK. Add. OK. Yes, you can note there is a new column created which is showing 5% into my net profit. What is the 5% of my net profit? I repeat it. Go to analyze, field items and sets, calculated field, or use the shortcut key Control Shift plus and given name for that formula. I already given discount, so let me say discount 2. What is that formula? Something 5% into multiply it with double click on that net profit or type it. Can I edit the formula? Now I am not saying OK because already I have created it. So this discount formula I want to edit. My percentage is not 5, my percentage is 10. I want to change it. Field items and sets, calculated field. There is an arrow mark. When you click on the arrow mark, you can see your table name, your formula name is there. Click it and your formula will be displayed here. Formula display now you can change your formula. 5% 10 matala, you can change your formulas also here. So go to field items and sets, calculated field or Control Shift plus. There is an arrow mark and you can go here and change it. Okay. Discount and border sum of discount. அப்போ நீங்கள் டைட்டிலே 5% போட்டுருக்கோம். டைட்டில் கிரியேட் பண்ணும்போது ஃபீல்ட் ஐட்டம்ஸ் அண்ட் செட்ஸ் கால்குலேட்டட் ஃபீல்டில் இங்கே டைட்டிலே இங்கே டிஸ்கவுண்ட்டுக்கு பதிலாக நீங்கள் வேறு டைட்டில் கொடுத்து இப்போ பண்ண முடியாது, முன்னாடியே பண்ணிட்டீங்க, அது அங்கே வந்துடும். ஆர் ஜஸ்ட் கோ ஹியர் அண்ட் டைப் இட் 5% ஆஃப் ப்ராஃபிட், அவ்வளோதான். So Pivot or pivot has so many advantages, but it has one disadvantage, one limitation. For example, let me take this procurement administration. The total is 38 lakh 50,000 or something, 385,000. So this is my total of my net per day cost. When I'm trying to type or modify, it's not possible. It says we can't change the part of your pivot table. Pivot table cannot be changed here. So if you want to modify the data, can you tell me where can I modify? Source. Very good. Let me go to the sheet number 18. But I don't know where is the source table. I want to filter it and check. Could you tell me how can I filter the table? What is the shortcut key for applying the filter? Control Shift L. Very good. And I'll go to the business unit and I select the business unit procurement. Okay. Under procurement, I select the expense category. Which expense category? Administration. So I selected the business category. I selected the expense category. Now let me select the direct cost and check. Direct cost, yes. You can see the direct cost is 385 and you are getting the direct cost here. So this is my direct cost. 385,000 zeros. So my answer is correct. But assume that I am going to change this. Assume that I am going to add some extra values here. Maybe it's not 29500. Instead of 29500, let us make it as 7,000. I'm adding 2,000 extra. Instead of 5,000, 2,95,000, I'm changing into 2,97,000. So it should change. Now what should be the total here is, it should give the total as 3852000. So I modified my data and I go to pivot table and I'm checking. Unfortunately, my pivot table is not getting updated. How can I refresh it? Right click, refresh. Or you can use a shortcut key. The shortcut key for refreshing is Alt F5. Alt F5 is the shortcut key for refreshing. Right click and refresh, Alt F5 and refresh. Even next week in Power Query, we are going to see this also not required. You can schedule your refresh. Every 1 hour, every 10 minutes, my pivot table should get refreshed automatically. Every day morning, it should get refreshed. Every 1 hour, it should get refreshed. Alam Power Query. But here, you can make one refresh. Right click on the pivot table option. Right click on the pivot table option, data, refresh data when opening the file. Refresh data when opening the file. If tick pannivitingna, pivot table will be refreshed whenever you open the file. Eppala neenga file open pandringna, pivot table will get refreshed. Not immediately, whenever you open the file. Open pannu. Okay. Right click on the pivot table. Right click on the pivot table option. Right click on the pivot table option, data. Go to data, refresh data when opening the file. The tick pannivitum. You have to tick this so that your pivot table will get refreshed automatically whenever you open the file. I know refresh I told you, but I didn't refresh it. Right click, refresh. Yes. Next, I want the answer from your side. Before I have filtered my exercise number 18. I want to clear the filter. There are two things. Removing the filter, clearing the filter. How can I clear the filter? The filter is clear. I want to clear the filter. Control Shift L is for Removing the filter. Filter bedon. There is a difference between removing and clearing. Remove means filter will go off. Clearing means I want the data back. Filter should be there, but the data should be back. Filter அப்படியே இருக்கணும். Data பழையபடி கொண்டு வரணும். So we can use a shortcut key Alt A C. Alt A C is the shortcut key for clearing filter. பழையபடி data வருது. But அதுக்கு முன்னாடி you should have filtered your table. Filter பண்ணாமலே Alt A C பண்ணீங்கன்னா ஒண்ணாகும். First filter it and then press Alt A C. I recommend Alt A C. Don't use Control Shift L. I have seen people are using Control Shift L. That's for removing the filter. வேணானா remove பண்ணி. Alt A C. If you don't want the filter, yes, Control Shift L. I don't want the filter. I pressed Control Shift L. Remove the filter. Okay. Yes. கொஞ்சம் gap விட்டு பண்ணுங்க sir. Don't press all together. Two alphabets cannot be pressed at a time. Any cases. Alt A, then give a gap, then C. Don't press together. Okay. I think yesterday, I started this corporate training. I don't know whether years old. I started this corporate training exactly 26 years before. 2000 start on corporate training. Before that, I was doing training with some institutions. First and last time, I went to a company in year 2000 for marketing for this Excel training. Now, in the Excel training, market I went to a company in Chennai. And they asked me a very simple question. Why are you coming for Excel training? Excel training, yeah. We don't need Excel training. Our people are living with Excel. Their life is in Excel. They will open Excel in the morning, they will close only in the evening. They are working with Excel. And in olden days, you can see street by street there are computer institutions available. Now it has gone. 1,000 rupees pay panina, if you pay 1,000 rupees, they will teach you Word, Excel, PowerPoint, 3 months course. They will teach everything within 1,000 rupees. There are so many institutions available. Why are you coming for Excel? And this is the question asked. And I told them, select best 3 Excel users from your company. Best is Excel user, 3 people select. I will ask 3 questions. If one person is answering one question, this will be my last visit. I will not come to your company. They are very kind enough. They have selected 3 people. I asked the 3 questions. No one has answered any one of the questions. Same company, every quarter, 4 days training. Why this story? Behind the story. Why I am saying this story now? The reason is, and one of the 3 questions I am going to ask now. The question I ever get. So you are planning for 4 years for that. Okay. So this question I asked it is when 26 years before. We don't have Google, we don't have YouTube, AI, nothing is there. If you want to learn something, you have to go to the library. Library of book. We have to know other going olden days. Now we have everything on your hands. I think you can give me a solution. You should give me a solution. Best solution. Okay. Now, go to ChatGPT, go to Google, Gemini, Claude, whatever you want, you can take. Your wish. Now, whenever I modify the data, my pivot table will not get updated. Fine. Now tell me, what will happen if I add a new data at the last? Will it get updated on my pivot table or not? Update agada. If I add a new data, suppose I am adding a new business unit. So it will not update. Refresh panna. Refresh panna lagad. Okay. So simple question is how to update it. That's all. The first question. That's the question. First one is, some people what they will do is go to the source table, analyze, change data source. We have to increase our data source here. The data source increase பண்ணுவாங்க. That's one method. But I don't recommend this method. Problem is, every day the data is accumulating, means every day you have to come here, you have to update it. Second method, some people will insert the data in between. That's also I don't recommend. January, February, March means April should be added before the below the March. So you cannot do that. One more method is Power Query that we are not going to see today. Next method is the best method as of now. This is a normal table. Convert this normal table into an official Excel dynamic table. You have to convert the table into an official Excel dynamic table. How do we convert the table into Excel dynamic table? Normally Microsoft will not give you two shortcut key for a single feature. Shortcut key kurtanale, it's a very important feature. If they are giving two shortcut key, it's a very, very, very important feature. What are all the two shortcut key? One is Control T or Control, either one. So place the cursor on your, so many advantages are available. So many advantages, we'll see one by one. Place the cursor on the table and use that shortcut key Control T or Control L. Place the cursor on the table and convert it as a dynamic table by pressing the Control T or Control L. Is there any method available through the menu? Yes, we'll see that in another few minutes. And where is the data of the table? My table has the header. Yes, my data of the table is available. My table is having the header. That's also correct. And I say, okay, yes. This table was converted into an official Excel dynamic table. How do I know that the table is converted into a dynamic table? First thing, color background formatting is applied. Second thing, on the top, filter is also applied. Second one. Third one, there is a tab called as Table Design, Contextual tab. Third one. Fourth one, normally when I go to any table and I scroll down, table scroll panana, I cannot see the heading of the table. If you want to see the heading of the table, normally what we do, freeze. But since it's a dynamic table, place the cursor. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J is the Excel heading. Just watch here, when I scroll down, my table heading will become Excel heading. In table heading, Excel heading auto freezing. It automatically freezes my heading. And filter is also freezed. Filter is also traveling along with your table. Auto filter, auto format, auto freeze, auto filter freeze. So freezed. Okay. We'll see further more advantages. 3 or 4 advantages. We'll see how to make this table as a normal table also. Now, auto filter, auto freeze, auto format, auto update. For example, I want to add a new record. This color background and formatting, you can change it. Go to the table design and go to the table styles and you can change your colors. Whatever the colors, background, formatting you want, you can change your colors and formatting here. Now I'm going to add a new business unit. I'm going to add a new data. Let us add a new data. Maybe let me business unit. I'm putting the name itself as, to know that whether it's adding just a sample data. I'm just adding a new business unit here. So when I add a data, you can see the color, background, formatting is automatically changing. The filtering is automatically applied on the top. You can see the freezing is automatically applied on the top. And let us just copy the data, control D, just for a sample, control D. I'm just adding some data here, some dummy data. So I'm adding some dummy data here. Okay, sorry. So I have added the dummy data here, some dummy data. Now let us go to the pivot table. What has to be done now? Right click, refresh. Yes. You can see the newly added data is also updated on my pivot. So this will happen if your table is a dynamic table. So dynamic table or this option will work. Normal table, this will not work. No, 3 or 4 advantages we'll see. Then we'll see how to make this table as a normal table also. Okay. Right. Auto filter, auto freeze, auto format, auto update. Now I place the cursor somewhere else on the top of my table. Assume this report I am going to present it in a meeting like this, webinar, seminar, I want to present this report. Someone is asking, can you show me the particular business, customer service? Can you show me the details of customer service? Normally what we do is we'll go to the filter and we'll clear select all and we'll select only the customer service and say okay. Instead of that, based on this only, in the afternoon we are going to make a dashboards. Place the cursor somewhere else on the top of your table. Don't place it on the bottom or somewhere else. Maybe top, first row, 5th row, 10th row, where your screen is visible. So anywhere else on the first few rows, place the cursor. Then go to the tab called as table design. Then go to the tab of table design. Under the table design, insert slicer. Go to the table design. Under table design, let us go to the insert slicer. Click on insert slicer. It's asking for what you want the slicer. For example, I want the slicer for business unit. Select that business unit. Okay. Yes. And bring the slicer outside your pivot table. Sorry, outside your dynamic table. Dynamic table to velila vandirunga. That's all. Now it's very simple. Can I see only the details of customer service? Click on customer service. It shows only the details of customer service. Manufacturing, it shows the details of manufacturing. Procurement, it shows the details of procurement. Sales and marketing. Whatever you click, it shows the report automatically here. Place the cursor on this dynamic table. Table design. Insert slicer. For which column? Maybe I want it for business unit. Can I create multiple slicer? Of course we can. Place the cursor on the table. Table design. Insert slicer. For example, I want to put a slicer for cost center. Cost center. Okay. So there is a slicer for cost center also. Let me select customer service. Under customer service, I want the AMC services. Select AMC services. Customer care, field services. So based on whatever you select, both the tables are, whole table is getting filtered. Or you can create any number of slicers like this. The best funny dashboard we'll see today evening. In the evening, how can I get the data back? Suppose I selected sales and marketing. I want the data back again. There is a button called as filter, clear filter. But could you tell me how can I select 2 items? Suppose I selected sales and marketing. Now I want to select the customer service also. How can I select 2 items normally? Control. We have to press control key. But there is one more button available here, multi-select. Multi-select. Switch on that multi-select. Just to switch on this, no need for holding control key. Just go there and click it. Click panale. So no need to press that control key. So if you switch on this multi-select on pannitunda, you can select multiple items at a time. Okay, we'll see another 2 or 3 advantages. So auto filter, auto freeze, auto format, auto update and slicers. Now I want to find out the total. For example, this net profit, we have net profit. I want to know what is the sum of overall total of my net profit. Overall total of my net profit. If you are using the other table, you have to manually write a formula, or you have to use the auto sum here, or you have to use the shortcut key alt equal to. But since it's a dynamic table, go to the table design. The table design, go to the table design. Under table design, total row. There is a checkbox called as total row. Go to the table design and enable this total row, or use the shortcut key Control Shift T. Go to the table design and tick the total row, or use the shortcut key Control Shift T, whichever is easier. Let me press Control Shift T. Now you can see it has automatically inserted a new row. Tanave row insert aichi, and you are getting the total here. But you can ask me what is the purpose and what is the use. Enna purpose, enna use. If I use alt equal to also, I will get the same total. But the advantage is, let me filter something. I am filtering manufacturing. And if I scroll down, you will get only the total of manufacturing. If I filter procurement, you will get only the total of procurement. Either filter pandringlo or the total. Under procurement, I am selecting the domestic procurement. You will get only the total of domestic procurement. Import procurement, import. Inventory control, whatever you select, that total will be displayed here. Subtotal. Automatic grand total, automatic subtotal. Every column, yes. First, by default, it is showing the profit total. But I don't like the total profit. Can I change to sum into average? Or as he has told, I want the total for revenue, I want the total for admin. Everything you can do it. First, I don't want the sum of net profit. Can I change this to average? Very simple. There is a small arrow mark here. When you go to the total area, there is an arrow mark. Click on the arrow mark and change your formula. Suppose I want an average. A previous column, I want a sum. Go to the previous column. Same arrow mark will appear. Change it to sum. Previous column, I want the count. Change it to count. So like this, anywhere you can just go and you can change your formulas. Just using the drop down, just change your formulas. Final two advantages we see. Auto filter, auto freeze, auto format, auto filter freeze, auto update, auto grand total, auto subtotal, automatically changing the formulas. And I want to write a formula. For example, a small formula. Maybe I want to add this direct cost and this indirect cost. Put together what is my total. The cost rendithing add panni or total one. This plus this. Or minus this, or add this, multiply this, something, some formula. Normally, we'll write the formula on the first cell and we have to copy the formula. If function, date function, lookup function, whatever. We have to write the formula, then we have to copy the formula. But dynamic table, no need to write the formula on the first cell. Go somewhere else in between. You can go somewhere else in between. Equal to. Select the direct cost cell. It automatically shows me the name of that column. Plus that indirect cell. That's all. Now press enter. You can tell me what will happen. ஏதாவது ஒரு ஃபார்முலா போட்டு என்டர் அடிங்க. நீங்க தான் சொல்லணும் என்ன இருக்கு. What has happened here? Your formula is getting copied automatically. Actually எனக்கு ஒரு சின்ன automatically your formula will get copied. So no need to copy your formulas also. Entire table your formula get copied. Formula entire table முழுக்க copy ஆயிடும். This is the next advantage of dynamic table. எத்தனை வருஷமா இருக்குது பாருங்க. Except the slicer. அந்த கொஸ்டினை எப்போ கேட்டேன்னு சொன்னேன். 26 வருஷத்துக்கு முன்னாடி இந்த கான்செப்ட்லாம் இருக்கு. Okay, maybe the last one advantage we'll see. Then we'll see how to make it as a normal table. How we have a name for a file. ஒரு ஃபைலுக்கு ஒரு பேர் இருக்கு. How we have a name for a sheet. We can have a name for this table also. இந்த டேபிளுக்கும் நான் ஒரு பேர் கொடுக்கலாம். How can I give a name for the table? Place the cursor on the table. Table design. Table cursor வச்சிங்க. Place the cursor on the table. Go to table design. Under the table design, first option, table name. You can see the very first option, table name. You can go here and you can give, or you can have table 1 itself. Every sheet 1, sheet 2. You can have the same table name, or you can rename it also. But we will renaming, be careful. No space, no special characters. No space, no special characters is allowed. Without space, without special characters. And your name should start with the alphabet. Alphabet la dhaan start on. For example, I'll say business unit wise, what is my net profit? BU, business unit, net profit. I just give some name. Business unit wise, net, what is my net profit? Some name. Enter. So I didn't give a space, I didn't give a special characters, and my name is starting with the alphabet. Enter. Your name will appear only on the top. What is the advantage? What is the purpose? Very advantage. The basic advantages. Basic advantages. When I go to some other sheet, assume I am going to some other sheet, sheet number 12, 13, some other sheet. Now I want to select the table. I don't know where is the table, in which row, in which column, which cell it's available. I don't know where it is. No problem. Just go to your name box. Name box. Sorry. Just go to the name box. There is an arrow mark in the name box. Click on the arrow mark of the name box. Your table name is displayed. Your table name is displayed. Click it. Yes. It straight away comes and select your table. So your table can be selected very easily from anywhere. எங்க இருந்து வேணாலும் நீங்க டேபிளை செலக்ட் பண்ணிக்கலாம். From anywhere you can select your table. From today. From today கூட சொல்ல, you will say from. Now I prefer convert all your table as a dynamic table. And it's a very faster and efficient way of handling your data. பெரிய பெரிய டேட்டாலாம் ஹேண்டில் பண்ணுறதுக்கு டைனமிக் டேபிள் இஸ் அ வெரி குட் மெத்தட். ஈவன் பவர் கொரி கூட டைனமிக் டேபிள் வில் ஒர்க் வெரி வெல். அண்ட் ஐ டோன்ட் லைக் திஸ் டேபிள், கேன் ஐ கன்வெர்ட் இட் அஸ் அ நார்மல் டேபிள்? பட் ஐ டோன்ட் ப்ரிஃபர் தட். நான் ப்ரிஃபர் பண்ண மாட்டேன். பட் ஸ்டில் ஐ வாண்ட் டு சென்ட் திஸ் ஃபைல் டு சம்ஒன் எல்ஸ் ஹூ இஸ் நாட் யூசிங் மைக்ரோசாஃப்ட் எக்ஸல். Someone is using Open Office, Star Office, IBM Office, Lotus Note, Google Docs, Kingsoft, LibreOffice, நிறைய ஆஃபீஸ் டூல்ஸ் இருக்கு. I want to send this file to someone else who doesn't use Microsoft Excel. We have to reconvert it back to a normal table. How can I convert it as a normal table? Two methods. Table design. Go to the table design. Convert to range. First method. Second method. Right click on the table. Table. Right click on the table. Go to the table. Convert to range. Second method. Table design, convert to range. First method. First method, go to the table design and convert to range. Second method is right click, table, convert to range. Whichever is easier. Both are same. Let me do that. Convert to range. It's asking, do you want to convert this table into a normal table? Because it has so many advantages. But if you confirm it as yes, don't worry, nothing will happen to your data. Your data will get preserved. Nothing will happen to the color formatting. Color formatting will get preserved. Other things will go off. Slicer, freezing, filtering, updation, everything will go off. Let me try this. Okay. Yes. No filter, no freeze, no slicer. It has become a simple normal table. How can I convert it back to dynamic again? Control T, Control L. If you forgot that shortcut key, no problem. Go to insert, under insert, table. Second method. Insert table. Second method. Third method, home tab, format as a table. Go to home tab, format as a table. Third method. Fourth method, yesterday we did it, control Q, table, table. Control Q, table, table. Quick analysis. So 4 methods they are given. So you can use any one of these 4 methods. The 4 method la எந்த method வேணாலும் யூஸ் பண்ணலாம். You can use any one of the 4 methods. Okay. இன்னைக்கு பிரேக் ஏர்லியா வந்துச்சு. டேக் பிரேக் நோ வந்துச்சா? ரெடியா? Exercise number 19 you are going to do. அப்புறம் இயர்லி மந்த்லி ரிப்போர்ட், ஏஜிங் அனாலிசிஸ், டேஷ்போர்டு இதெல்லாம் பார்க்கணும். ஆல் ஆர் வெரி 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 இம்பார்ட்டன்ட் கான்செப்ட். ஐ ஹவ் டு ஷேர் சம் டிப்ஸ் அபவுட் கோபைலட் ஆல்சோ. ஸோ எவ்வளோ சீக்கிரம் வரீங்களோ அவ்வளோ சீக்கிரம் கவர் பண்ணலாம். ஓகே, எஸ், லெட் மீ ஸ்டாப் தட், pause the video recording. I think we are in the chapter of pivots where we have seen how to create a pivot table. In between pivot table, we have seen one more feature about dynamic table also. Let us jump to the exercise number 19. In exercise number 19, we have city names, salesperson. Assume we have the salesperson and they are doing some sales and orders. And what is the order they did and what is the order ID, order type and order amount. First, as usual, sorry, not as usual. First, whenever you want to create a pivot or normally what I prefer is to convert this table into a dynamic table. Very good. So let us do this. I will convert this table into a dynamic. Place the cursor on the table, Control T, Control L and say OK. We will give some name for this table. Control T, Control L, I have given a name. I will give some meaningful name for this table. Control T, Control L, color, and I will give some name. Maybe I'll go to the table design, table 1. Instead of table 1, let us say these are all the orders. Sales order or purchase order or whatever. Orders. Okay. So based on this table, what I want you all to do here is, same sheet or different sheet is your wish. அதே sheetல பண்ணுங்க இல்ல different sheetல கூட பண்ணலாம். That's your wish. I want you all to create a report. What is the report I want you to create is, I want you to create a report for city-wise, salesperson-wise. City-wise, salesperson-wise, what is the count? What is the average? What is the sum and percentage of order amount? City-wise, salesperson. Just now, few minutes before, you have created business unit-wise, category-wise. What is the sum, count, average? Same thing. I want you to create city-wise, salesperson-wise. What is the count? What is the average? What is the sum? And percentage is very important. I want the percentage. Percentage of order amount. Question is on the top, answer is on the bottom. Question answer here. That's the question, and output I want it similar to. Output is nothing. City-wise, salesperson-wise, count, average, sum, and percentage. Okay. Give a name. City-wise, salesperson-wise, count, average, sum, heading, percentage. எல்லாமே ஆர்டர் பண்ணணும். கவுண்டா வாட்டணும், சம்மா வாட்டணும், Average of order amount percentage. It can be any first sum, second average. That's okay. But I want all the four columns. Average, sum, no this side, count it. Sum of order amount, total order amount, average. Everything is equal. Insert your table where you want it, new sheet or existing sheet, your wish. They okay. Create the sum of order amount, count of order amount, average. How some average percentage, some average, some things and where is count, where is percentage. Overall, grand total. Percentage of grand total. Some average, some. One should be counted, one should be counted. Some count average. Some average count average. Count some average. Someone average percentage. Yes. Average percentage average count sum. Percentage of value. The 100. Okay. Let me do this. I think most of you has did it. Place the cursor on the table. Insert. Pivot table. New sheet or existing sheet is your wish. Your wish. I think most of you has created a new sheet. That's okay. I will put it in the existing sheet. Location. Maybe some location here. Some other location here. Wherever you want. Some location. Okay. First, what they asked for is which wise, city wise. City should be in rows. Salesperson also should be in rows. Then, order amount. Bring the order amount to sigma. It's showing the sum of order amount. How can I change the sum into count? Right click. Summarize value by count. One more time drag the order amount. Right click. Summarize value by average. One more time drag the order amount. So we got the count, we got the average, we got the sum. Last time, one more time drag the order amount. Right click, show value as percentage of grand total. That's all. Change the heading. Can you tell me how can I bring the city name and salesperson name in different column? எனக்கு கோயம்புத்தூர் தனியா இருக்கணும், நொய்டா பூனே தனியா இருக்கணும், and salesperson name தனியா. Last session we did it. Tabular, very good. How can I convert it as tabular? Design, super, report layout, show in tabular. Very good. Design, report layout, show in tabular. One more thing, same exercise, what I want you to do here is create a column. You have to create a calculated field. எனக்கு ஒரு field நீங்க create பண்ணணும். Create a calculated field, incentive, that field name is incentive. 7% into order amount. 7% of order amount. 7% into order amount. Last session you did it 5% into total net profit. Discount or column create பண்ணணும். I told you there is a shortcut key for this also. I told you not to create a formulas in Excel. Enigume formulas Excel பண்ணாதீங்க, create it in pivot table itself. There is a shortcut key for this also. Calculated field. 7% into order amount. Order amount plus 7%. There is a shortcut key for this also. Sir. Discount. 7%. 131. Okay. Place the cursor on the table. Analyze. Field item sets. Calculated field. Analyze field items and sets. Calculated field. Method 1. Or you can use the shortcut key Control Shift plus. Control Shift plus. I'll give a name for this. Name is incentive. What is the formula? 7% multiply into order amount. Double click on the order amount, or you can type it. Better to double click. 7% into order amount. Same thing. I think we did a different 5%. Formula is different, but concept is same. Add. Okay. Yes. So we got 7% of our incentive. Order amount, that's our incentive here. Now, let us come back to the same exercise. Adhe exercise vandren, exercise number 19. Come to the same exercise. Now we are going to see another very powerful feature. Let us take the order date. Order date wise. Each order date wise. I want what is the sum of order amount. Order date wise sum of order. Let us create that report. Place the cursor on the table. As usual, place the cursor on the table. Insert. Pivot table. New sheet, existing sheet, your wish. Pudu sheet la kudunga, new sheet or existing sheet is your wish. But the problem is when you create new sheet, your file size may get increased. So better existing sheet, location. Which location? You can select any location as per your wish. Some location. Or you can create it on the new sheet also. Your wish. You pudu sheet kuda panni. But as I told you, file size will get increased. So now I say OK. Insert, pivot, new sheet, existing sheet. And I selected the location. OK. Now order date. Order date. Where can you put the order date now? Rows. Order amount. Sigma. Now what has happened is Excel, this is the advantage of using the latest version of Excel. What it has done is it has automatically grouped your date. You can see it has grouped by year 2020, 2021, 22, 23, 24, 25. When I expand this 2020, just go to the plus symbol and expand it. You are getting it by quarter wise. Quarter 1, quarter 2, quarter 3, quarter 4. When I expand the quarter, you will get it by month wise. When I expand the month, you will get it by day wise. So year wise, quarter wise, month wise, day wise. If you have hours, it will calculate it by hour wise, minutes wise, seconds wise also. But we don't have the hours, minutes and seconds. That's why it's showing yearly, quarterly, monthly report. But I'm not satisfied with this report because I have to expand every time. 2020 I want to see means I have to go here, expand and see quarter 1 and I expand quarter 2. It's very tougher for me. I want to see a better report. Yearly, monthly report. Every year, every month, what is my total? Every year, every month. Right click on this pivot. Anywhere else on the date area. And the year, month or the year or month or right click. Right click, group. Right click, go to group or use the shortcut key Alt Shift right arrow. Alt Shift right arrow. Keyboard la right arrow arrow mark. Alt Shift right arrow. Or go to right click group. Both are same. Both land into the same area. Alt Shift right arrow or group it. So let me make a right click on this and I'll go for group. Now it's asking how you want this grouping. Whether you want a grouping by seconds wise, minutes wise, hours wise, days wise, month wise, quarter wise, year wise. Suppose I want only monthly and yearly. I don't want the quarter. Just for example. எனக்கு quarter வேண்டாம், quarter மட்டும் எடுத்துறேன். I select only years and months. We are selecting years and we are selecting. I want yearly monthly report. Yes. Now I say okay. Now you got a little bit better report. We got yearly, monthly. Every year, every month. So 2020, January, February, March, 2021, 2022, 23. So it shows yearly, monthly. First my data looks like this. We drag the order date into rows, order amount into sigma, then make a right click, group, which group I want? I want monthly and yearly. So I remove the quarters and I say okay. We got yearly and monthly. Can you tell me how can I make it as a tabular form? I want year separately and month separately. Design, report layout, show in tabular form. But I don't like this report. It goes very bigger. Can I show it in a simple way? When I present it, my audience will not be interested to see a this much bigger report. I want to see a simple report and I want a comparison report. Compared to last year, how was my sales and how was my production in my January month? I want to compare it. So comparing means you can go for columns. There are two things, year and month. See where we have more data. எதில் நிறைய டேட்டா இருக்கு பாருங்க, நிறைய. Suppose month is 12 months and I think year is 6 or 7 years. Where the values are more, place it in rows. எதில் value அதிகமாக இருக்கோ அதை ரோஸ்ல வச்சு. Where the values are lesser, put it into column. When a reverse பண்ணலாம், but better way of presenting. Better way of presenting is value is more because rows are more. Value is more means that should be in rows. Value is lesser, that should be in columns. I think here the value is more in month, so I have it in rows. Year is lesser, so I'll put this years into columns. Yes. Now I have a better comparison report. Compared to last year, how was my production in January? How was my production in February? How was my production in March, April, May, June? So I can easily compare my data like this. Compared to the last year. Compared to January. Compared to 2020, 2021, it has increased. Compared to 2021, 22, it has increased. 22 to 23, it has decreased, gone down. Then it has. You can draw a spark line. நேற்று போட்டிங்களா அந்த spark lineலாம் போட்டு பார்க்கலாம். ட்ரை பண்ணி பார்ப்போம் ஒரு small spark lines. Select the January month. Insert spark lines. Yesterday we did this. Line, column, win and loss. Line. Where you want this line? Maybe here. Pakatle. I'll put the line here. Say okay. Yes, it shows the spark line. January, my trend is upward and it's going down. Now it's increasing. February, it has gone up and dipping down. Now it is increasing. So you can see the trend for each and every month. Yesterday we did the spark lines. I don't know whether you remembered it. Select the January month data. Go to insert. And you can use the spark lines here. Now I deleted it temporarily. Check பண்ணி பார்த்தோம் whether spark line is working. Okay. Now, from yesterday you did many tasks. Out of this, the next one is the easiest of all. பத்ததான் நீங்க பண்ண போறதுதான் easiest task of all. What I want you to do is convert that yearly monthly report into a weekly report like this. எனக்கு அந்த yearly monthly வருது இல்லையா, this yearly monthly report, I don't want this. இதுக்கு பதிலா instead of the same report, convert it is like a weekly report like this. எனக்கு இந்த மாதிரி weekly report ஆகணும். Every week what is my total? 1 to 7 1, 8 1 to 14 1. I want the weekly report, not yearly report. Or yearly or monthly report. The weekly report convert பண்ணுங்கப்பா. Convert that yearly monthly report into a weekly report. If you know how many days are there in a week, you can do it. ஒரு வீக்ல எத்தனை நாள் இருக்குன்னு தெரிஞ்சா நீங்க பண்ணிடலாம். I have given the answer. Weekly report மாத்தணும். The same report, yearly monthly report, convert it as a weekly report. If you know how many days are there in a week, same grouping, அதே grouping. Right click, show fit list. Don't create a new table. Same thing. They grouping now. Same grouping. Sir. You know how many days are there in the week? Sir. You can select yes. Select the yes. 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 Say okay. And wait a minute. Then convert this to weekly report. That's what it is. Okay. How can I convert the report into a weekly report? Very simple. Right click somewhere else on the years or a month. Right click. Group. Seconds, minutes, hours, days, months, quarters. We don't want it. Remove the years. Remove the months. Select the days. Now you can see the number of days is activated. 7. Weekly 7 days. So 7. Why they don't have weekly report is some people marketing they will ask 28 days once, 15 days once. So whatever you want you can select it. Say okay. But unfortunately in my system this is going by column wise. Days are in columns. Bring the days to rows. So now we got a weekly report. Every week what is my total? Weekly. Now this weekly report, I want to do two things. One is I want to present the report. Second one, I want to send the report. First to present pathol. This report I want to present it in a meeting or somewhere else. I want to present the report. Place the cursor on the table. Place the cursor on the table. Go to pivot table analyze. This we did it in the last session also. Pona session la pannom. Dynamic table I think we did this. Same thing now we are going to do it in pivot. Pivot table analyze. Insert slicer. Pivot table analyze. Insert slicer. I click on insert slicer. It's asking for which column you want the slicer. City, salesperson, order date, order type, your wish. For example, I'll select it for city. City. And I say, okay. A slicer is created for city. This weekly report, I want to see it for Coimbatore. So when I click on Coimbatore, we got a weekly report for Coimbatore. Noida, weekly report of Noida, Pune weekly report, Vizag weekly report. So whatever you click, based on that, your weekly report is displayed here, city-wise. This is okay. This we saw it in dynamic table also. But one more. Place the cursor on this pivot table, analyze, insert timeline. Insert timeline. Slicer madri. Similar slicer. We have one more feature called as timeline. What is the difference between slicer and timeline? Is slicer can be used only for the text values. Slicer timeline can be used for date values. Date values. Let me select the order date and I say OK. A timeline is created for order date. Now what is the advantages this timeline? It says months. Monthly report you can check. I don't want month. I can check it by yearly. So instead of month, here there is an arrow mark. Click it and make it as years. Now it's very simple. Year wise. Suppose this weekly report, I want to show the weekly report for 2020. Click on 2020. You will get the weekly report of 2020, 2021, 22, 23, 24. Can I get 21 and 22 together? Yes. So go to 21 and go to the corner and extend it. 21, 22. 21, 2020, 2021. But unfortunately, you cannot select 20 and 23. That is impossible. Non-continuous panna mudiyadhu. Control key, shift key panna oda panna. Continuous years are possible. In the mari continuous. 21 kapran 24. That's not possible. So you can select only continuous 2 years. Non-continuous 2 years, you cannot do it. Okay. But this report is fine. I want to send this report. I want to send this report to all my cities. Coimbatore, Noida, Pune, Vizag. I want to send this report. But I don't want to send the report, entire report to all the cities. Suppose I am going to send the report to my customers or my suppliers. They are in various cities. When I Coimbatore click, I want to send only the report of Coimbatore. If I select Noida, I want to send only the report. I cannot filter, copy, paste. It may take very long time. So, let us place the cursor on the pivot. I'll place the cursor on the pivot. Very powerful but very simple. 2 steps. Just by 2 steps you can do it. Manually I can say this is impossible or it's very, 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 very tough. First step, what you do is drag the city, drop it to filter area. Drag the city and drop it to the filter area. Step number 1. Just go to the city and drop it to the filter area. Step number 1. After doing the step number 1, after dragging the city to the filter, please verify one thing. What you have to verify is, see whether city all is available here. City all nirkan par. If all is not, only Coimbatore is available, you will get a report only for Coimbatore. If Pune is available, you will get only the report of Pune. Vizag means only the report of Vizag. See whether all is there. If all is not there, all illiya, click on the filter and make it as all. All no mati. If there is all, okay. If there is no all, make it as all. All no point. Please make it as all here. You should not select Coimbatore or anything. You have to select only all here. All, okay. You verify. Please verify it before going to the second step. First step, I dragged the city and dropped into filter. Before going to the second step, verify whether all is there. Yes, all is there. Then analyze, pivot table analyze, options. There is options. But all the system, this option may not be visible. Some system, your screen size is smaller. Then what you do is, you expand the pivot table, you can see the options. If your screen size is small. If the screen size is bigger, you can see the option straight away. If the screen size is very small, go to Analyze, Pivot Table. Don't click on the option straight away. There is an arrow mark. The option pakkathula or arrow mark. Analyze, Options, show report filter pages. You are going to tell me what is going to happen here. Analyze, click on the arrow mark of the option, show report filter pages. Now it's asking, do you want to show the report filter pages of city wise? Yes, that's the reason I came here. I want it for city wise. Okay. Now in span of second, or second la edo aayirukku. Something has happened in a span of second. You have to tell me what has happened here. It has created 4 different sheets. Go to Coimbatore, you can see only the report of Coimbatore. Go to Noida, you will get only the report of Noida. Pune, you will get a report of Pune. Vizag, you will get a report of Vizag. Each individual 4 sheets. Since we have 4 cities, if we have 40, it would have created 40 sheets. How to send this as a mail, that we'll see next. You should not feel if I say one thing, one sonna varthapadakudadu. Ellam pazhaya kaalathu feature. 25 வருஷத்துக்கு முன்னாடி இருந்திருக்கு. ஸ்லைசரை தவிர மற்றதெல்லாம் பழைய பார்த்ததெல்லாம் ஸ்லைசரை தவிர, எக்ஸப்ட் ஸ்லைசர். All are very old features. What is basics? எல்லா வருஷம் இருக்கு சார். 25 வருஷத்துக்கு முன்னாடி இருக்குன்ற 95 அது 2000ல இருந்து இருக்கு. You can send a report to each and everyone. How do I create? I have 10 customers. I want to send a report to each 10 customers. 100 employees. I want to send an individual report to 100 employees. How do you do it? Copy paste will take much time. One click, it will create multiple. Next, I will send out to send a mail. That's what I am going to say next. Okay. Now, I want to send a mail. For example, Coimbatore. For Coimbatore person, I want to send this mail. Only this data as a mail. Normally, what we do is we'll copy and paste or we'll send it as an attachment. Instead, I want to bring the Outlook to Excel. I hope for mailing, what is the tool you are using? Mail pandrathu? Outlook. So Outlook should be configured. I don't know whether about this training laptop, whether the Outlook is configured or not. Outlook should be configured. If Outlook is not configured, just watch it and take the notes and you can try it on your laptops or desktops later. 3 methods. Method number 1. First method. On the top, quat. Save, undo, redo. There is a quat here. Right click on the quat. Right click on the quat. Customize quick access toolbar. Method number 1. First method. Right click on the quat and go to customize quick access toolbar. First method. It will open a screen. This is first method. If you are not okay with this first method, the first method okay. Second method. Same quad. There is a arrow mark available here. There is arrow mark. Click on the arrow mark. More comments. This also will land into the same screen. You know, adhe screen la poi dhaan land out. It will land into the same screen. Second method. First method, right click, customize quick access toolbar. If you are not okay with the first method, second method, click on the arrow mark and go to the more comments. If you are not okay with the second method, file, options, quick access toolbar. This is the third method. This also will land into the same screen. File, options, quick access toolbar. This is the third method. I repeat it again. First one is right click, customize quick access toolbar. It will open a window. First method. If you are not okay with the first method, go to the second method, click on the arrow mark, more comments. If you are not okay with the second method, then go to the file, options, quick access toolbar. Third method. If you are not okay with the third method, only 3 methods. So, any one of the method land into the screen. The screen vanda appuram. After coming to the screen, popular commands. Popular means most frequently used commands. Instead of popular, let us make this as commands not in the ribbon, because some of the commands are hidden in the ribbon. Select it as commands not in the ribbon. After select, this all you can do it, even though if you have Outlook not configured also, no problem. This you can do it. You cannot send it as a mail. So click somewhere else here. Click somewhere else. You have to click. Don't select it here. Select commands not in the ribbon. Click somewhere else on the bottom. First letter for mailing, M. First letter for mailing, M. Just press M, and there is an option called as mail recipient. Mail recipient. I hope everyone has founded that mail recipient. எல்லாரும் கண்டுபிடிச்சீங்கன்னா அடுத்த ஸ்டெப்புக்கு போக முடியும். If everyone has founded it only, I can go to that next step. Just click here. Just click here and press M. Just click and press M. First letter for mail. Then add. After mail recipient, select that mail recipient, add. It will be added here. Click panina, it will be added here. Or double click. Double click also it will add. Either click and add or double click to add it. Okay. Double click, I have added it and I said okay here. Now on the top, save, undo, redo, there is a button available here. You can see there is a small button at the last. Send it to mail recipient. If I click, it will ask for two options. Rendu option unga kitta kekkum. One is send the entire book as an attachment or send the current sheet as the message body. I don't want the attachment. I want the current sheet as the message body. And I say okay here. That's it. Outlook will open in Excel itself. Just type your email ID and send it. Send it to your team people and check what is happening. Only this data will go as a mail. So I am in Coimbatore now. Only the Coimbatore data will be sent as the mail. Check panni paaruங்க. யாருக்காவது mail அனுப்பிச்சு. Message body la idu mattum dhaan irukku. Not only pivot, you can go to any sheet. Suppose I want sheet 17th sheet, I want to send a mail. Any sheet you can go there and just send a 2ID and send a mail. Outlook should be configured. அதான் சொன்ன ட்ரைனிங்ல இருக்கான்னு கேட்டதுனால. Once again, sorry to say this. Another. This is also the oldest feature. Right click? No, right click. Right click. Where is it? Still you are in right click. Okay. Exercise number 20, which first you are going to do, then we are going to make a dashboard out of this. Come to exercise number 20, please. We have invoice date, city, invoice number, customer name, product name, category, cost, units, invoice amount, payment status, and due days. First, what we have to do now? First step. Control T, Control L. Very good. Place the cursor on this table. Control T, Control L. Say OK. Control T, Control L. I said OK. And convert as a dynamic table. And we'll give some meaningful name for the table. The table go pair good. Let us say the name of the table is invoice. So I'm giving some name for this table. I have given a name called as invoice. On a new sheet, pudu sheet la. On a new sheet, I want you to do this. Create a pivot. Yearly customer wise. I want you to do this. Pudu sheet le pannunga. That sheet we will make it as a dashboard. Yearly customer wise. Sum of invoice amount. Yearly customer wise. Every year, every customer, what is the sum of invoice amount? Create a report yearly customer wise. Yearly is based on invoice date. Invoice data base vechikittu yearly customer wise, what is the sum of invoice amount? My report should look like this. Question is on the top, answer is on the bottom. Yearly customer amount. Yearly customer wise, what is the sum of invoice? Sir, what is customer for your customer? Highest value should be yes. Sir. Sir. Yes. Okay. Let me do this. Place the cursor on the table. Insert pivot table. I will put it in the new sheet. Okay. Always, as I told, value where the value is more. I think I may have hundreds of customers. So better to put the customer name into rows. And years are only 5 or 10 years maximum. So invoice date into columns. This is fine. If okay.
But I don't, sometimes I will get the quarters and days. So right click on the years, go for group and remove the year, days, months. Only the years has to be selected. Okay. Yearly customer wise, invoice amount into sigma. So we got yearly customer wise, what is the sum of invoice? Now top 10 customers we are going to find, then we are going to make a dashboard out of this. Top 10 customer dashboard. Before that, let me give some name for this sheet. In the sheet you are pair good through. Double click on that sheet or right click on the sheet, give a name. That name is very vital. Based on the name only we are going to make a dashboard. So let us give some name. Let us give some name as invoice dashboard. So I am giving some meaningful name for my understanding. I have given some meaningful name, invoice dashboard. Before creating the top 10 aging analysis and dashboard, aging analysis panni top 10 panni dashboard panna porom. Before that, I want you to do this. Split this report. This report split city wise in a different sheet. And in the report is city wise tani sheet out. Chennai should be in different sheet, Bangalore should be in different sheet, Coimbatore in a different sheet, Vizag in a different sheet, Pune in a different sheet. Same like Ade Madri. Bring the city into different sheet. Chennai in a different sheet, Bangalore in a different sheet, Hyderabad in a different sheet. Tani sheet are split out. Like how we did it in the last session. Pune, Noida, Coimbatore and the Madri. I want city, same city. Chennai, Bangalore, Hyderabad, Jaipur, Mumbai, 2 days step down. Now we 10 minutes money from the concept. Just we did it 10 minutes before. Separate sheet. I want it in a separate sheet. Slicer. Not slicer. Okay. So what is the first step? Drag that city, drop it into filter area. Drag the city and drop it into the filter area. Then second step is analyze, options, show report filter pages. Analyze, option, show report filter pages. எல்லாரும் கஜினியா மாறிடுறீங்க 10 நிமிஷத்துக்கு ஒரு தடவை மறந்து போயிடுறீங்க 10 நிமிஷத்துக்கு 10 minutes before we have seen this concept. கரெக்டா சார்? நான் பண்ணிட்டு எனக்கு தான் நீங்க சோறு விடணும். இன்னைக்கு பார்த்ததே இன்னைக்கு ஞாபகம் இல்லை. என்ன போதா? Okay. So we got separate sheets. Now come back to that invoice dashboard sheet. And the original invoice dashboard on the sheet. Come to that original invoice dashboard sheet. So yearly customer wise sum of invoice amount panali, I have renamed it also invoice dashboard. Come to that sheet.
Now we are going to make a dashboard. Maybe I want to create another report and we are going to convert it as a dashboard now. First, I cannot present a very big report like this. I have 20, 30 customers. Here 20, 30, okay, sometimes we have 100 customer, 100 part numbers, 100 equipments. I cannot show a very big report like this. I want to show only the top 10 customers or top 5 customers. Who is our top 5 customers? I want to show only the top 5. Very simple. Right click on the customer name. Somewhere else on the customer name. Not required particular customer. In the customer name, cursor. You can place the cursor on any one of the customer name. Right click. Filter. Right click on any one of the customer name. Filter. And top 10. Right click. Filter. Top 10. Now, what do you want? Whether you want top 10 items, top 10%. For example, let us say I want top 5 customers. Who is our top 5? You can lay top 5 on customers. Say OK. Yes. So, these 5 customers are my top 5. Iron Peak, Precision Wave, Prime Access, Pro Life, Robo Life. Okay. Now, we are going to make one more report here and find maybe another chart or chart. Finally, we are going to convert everything as a dashboard. Based on the same, in normal Excel, you can create a report based on only one table. When you come to Power Pivot, Power Query, you can create a report on multiple table also. Yes. Right click on the customer name. ஏதாவது ஒரு கஸ்டமர் நேம் வச்சு ரைட் கிளிக் பண்ணி pivot table filter top 10 right click on the customer name pivot table sir pivot la dhaan irukeenga simple are you in pivot table now pivot table right click filter top 10 Right. Now, based on this exercise number 20, maybe we have some due days. The payment was not received or payment we didn't give it. The invoice was made on 31. Till we didn't receive the payment, we didn't pay it. 6 days, 7 days, 8 days in the payment. Based on this due days, I want to create a report. Due days wise, sum of invoice amount. Let us create that report. Due days wise, sum of invoice amount. And I want to create a report very next to this report. In the report, next to this report, I want to create another report here. So let me place the cursor on this table and the original exercise number 20. Come to the exercise number 20. Insert pivot table. Go to exercise number 20. Insert pivot table. Now tell me I want to create a report. Already invoice dashboard. I want to put this report also into invoice dashboard. So what can I do now? Existing worksheet. Location. Which location? Go to that invoice dashboard and select some location. Where you want it, you select the location. If you have selected different location, suppose I selected some other location, no problem. Later we can move it also. Tappa theriyadhanama you have selected some other location also, no problem, we can move it. Let me see that also. For example, unknowingly I selected some other location. I want it here. Unknowingly I selected and I said okay. Can I move this? Yes. Go to Analyze. On the action, above the action, move pivot table. Some system you have to click on action. Under action, there is a move pivot table. Some system straight away it will be there based on your screen size. Move pivot table. Where you want to move it? I will move it here. So you select some location. I have selected very next to this customer wise yearly report. Pakkathile I have created this report. Now, due days.
Let us track the due days. Due days, I am going to put it into rows. Due days, we are putting into rows. Invoice amount, I will put it into sigma. Due days into rows. Invoice amount into sigma. It says 0 days, 6 days, 7 day, 8 day, 9 day, 10 day. It's going on like this. But I cannot show the very big report like this. No one will like a very big report like this. So, due days into rows, invoice amount into sigma. Due days wise, sum of invoice amount. எது வைஸா வரணுமோ அது ரோஸ், எதை சம் பண்ணணுமோ அது சிக்மா. Now 6, 7, 8, 9. 6 days, this is a invoice pending. 7 days, this is a invoice pending. But I don't like a very big report like this. Right click on this 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Anywhere else. Anywhere else on 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Right click. Just now we used this. Group. Right click. Group. Starting. What is my starting value? 1. And 0 is nothing. 0 is no pending. We are received. 0 days na pending illa. We are received in earth. 1 starting, ending. Normally aging analysis, stock summary, pending statements. Can you tell me what will be the aging gap? Any idea? 30 days or 10 days. So let us say 30, 30. Let me make it as 180 days. 30, 30, 30 means I want 180 days. Gap is 30 days. Your wish. Normally stock statements, finance statements, they will use 30 days as the gap. 1 to 180 and gap is 30. That's it. Say okay. We got an aging analysis. 1 to 30 days. What is the sum of invoice pending? 30 to 60, 60 to 90, 90 to 120, 120 to 150, 150 to 180. Manually creating a report like this, it's impossible. Right? This less than 1 is not required for me. Just go to that less than 1. Filter. Remove that less than 1. Untick pannunga. The less than 1 you can untick it, or you can use the shortcut key Control minus. Control minus is the shortcut key for removing that less than 1. Less than 1 remove பண்றதுக்கு control minus, or go to filter and remove that less than 1. Less than 1 is not required. Filter. You have to place the cursor on that 1 and control minus, or go to filter and untick it. Both are same. Now we are going to convert this as a dashboard. Before converting it as a dashboard, time being, I am going to close this pivot table fields because I need some space. I am closing pivot table fields. We'll make a dashboard. Before that, my head or my customers or someone is asking, 150 to 180 days, there are 8,36,000 or something is pending. Can you show me the details of this? You know the details from who is the customer, what is the invoice number, what are all the products. I want to see the details. Very simple. Double click on this or right click, show details. Either double click on it or right click, show details. That's all. It will automatically on a new sheet. On a new sheet, it will show you the details of that. So what is the invoice date, what is the customer name, and what is the invoice amount. Let me select the invoice amount and check. Yes, 836000. Same thing is coming in my invoice dashboard. 8383600. So in the report, whichever the report they want to see, I can delete this. If someone wants to see the, for example, if someone is asking for this customer, Iron Peak Manufacturing Solution, 2026, can you show me the report of this 2026, this overall total, can you show me the report? Very simple, double click on it, on the report. That customer, that 2026, what is the report? So any report, just to make a double click on it, it will create a report on a separate sheet. Okay. Final one.
This report is ready. This report is ready. Now I want to make this report as a chart of math. There are various methods to be chart. Go to pivot table, analyze, pivot chart. When I go to pivot table, analyze, pivot chart. Pivot table, analyze, pivot chart. You can select whatever the chart you want. A line chart, column chart, pie chart, bar chart, any chart. Or if you are sure that you are going to create a column chart, a column chart தான் compulsory drop பண்ண போறீங்கன்னா, it's very simple. Place the cursor on the table and use the shortcut key Alt F1. Some laptops you have to press Alt function F1, which will create a chart in same sheet. Same sheet you will get a chart. Alt F1. So place the cursor on this table, Alt F1. Yes, we got a chart. Yes, Alt F1. If you want a column chart, line chart means you have to manually go to the pivot table, analyze and create a chart. Now place the cursor on the second table. For this I want another chart. Second table I want one more chart here. Analyze, pivot chart. Or you can go to insert. Insert la poyi chart drop. Insert you can select some chart, line chart, pie chart, bar chart, column chart. Or go to pivot table, analyze, pivot chart. What chart I want? Let us say a pie chart. For example, I'll put a pie chart. Yes. So we have two tables, two charts. Rendu table irukku, rendu chart. Now the last and final one here. Like this, you can have any number of tables, any number of charts. இந்த மாதிரி எத்தனை table, எத்தனை charts சொன்னாலும் வச்சுக்கலாம். You can have any number of tables, any number of charts like this. Any number of tables and charts. Now, place the cursor on any one of the table. ஏதாவது ஒரு table. Any one of the table. It's not required you have to place it on a particular table. Any one of the table, place the cursor and please do remember the name of the sheet. In the sheet oda per koncham nyabam vechunga. I think it's very easy to remember. You can see straight away here. Inga paathale theriyudhu what is the name of that sheet. Place the cursor on the table, analyze, insert slicer. Go to analyze, go to insert slicer. For which you want the slicer, edhukku slicer venum, your wish. Customer name, product name, category name, anything. Or I'll go for city wise. Or you can select customer wise. You can select anything. I'll select city wise. Okay. City wise, we got a slicer. We got a slicer for city wise. Bangalore, Chennai, Delhi, Hyderabad, Jaipur, Mumbai. Now, the last and final step here. After inserting the slicer, right click on the slicer. Right click on the slicer. Two methods. Right click on the slicer. Go to report connection. Or on the top slicer report connection. Both are same. Right click on the slicer. Go to report connection. Or go to slicer report connection. Both are same. Slicer report connection, and as I told, this name of the sheet is invoice dashboard. In invoice dashboard, inga irukku parunga sheet names Bangalore, Chennai, Delhi. Finance dashboard, invoice dashboard tick both the reports which is available in the invoice dashboard. In the invoice dashboard la enna report irukku, what are all the reports available in this invoice dashboard? Make a tick mark on this. Just to make a tick mark. If you have 3 reports, select all the 3 reports. 2 reports, select 2 reports. I think I have only 2 reports. That's why only 2 reports are displayed here. If you have 3 or 4 reports, 10 reports also, it will show you the list. That's all. Okay. Yes. Now, what is the advantage? What is the purposes? If I click on Bangalore, you can see all 4 reports will be shown for Bangalore. Chennai,
All the 4 reports is for Chennai. Chennai top 5 customer, Chennai aging analysis. Delhi top 5 customers, Delhi aging analysis. Delhi pie chart, Delhi column chart. Hyderabad, Jaipur, Mumbai, Pune. So based on whatever you select, your reports are changing. This is how your dashboard should be. Just displaying 4 or 5 report is not your dashboard. With interaction. Your next level Power BI. Power BI is more and more interactive. And Power Query, Power Pivot based on multiple sheets. This is based on only one sheet. Power Query, Power Pivot, or 10 sheet which we can make a dashboard. Power BI, that's another level. But before showing the report on my screen, I don't like this grid line. Actually, I'm not a big fan of this grid line. Normally, I prefer to remove that grid line. So go to the View tab. Under View tab, untick that grid lines. I don't like grid lines. Formula bar. But later, formula bar has to be selected. Aprama formula bar tick pannidinga because formula bar is essential. This is a formula bar. Sometimes we require the formula bar. Lookup functions require the formula bar. So now I am unticking it. Heading also I am unticking it. 3 things I have unchecked. One is grid line. Second one is formula bar. Third one is heading. All the 3 I have unchecked it. I think yesterday we have seen there is a shortcut key for hiding your ribbons. What is the shortcut key for hiding your ribbons? Control F1, Control Shift F1, which will hide everything. Control Shift F1. Now you can see only your reports is shown on your screen. Like a PowerPoint presentation, only slides mari reports matter. You have some extra space also. I can create another 2 reports also. I have another extra spaces. So you can create your own reports also here. Control Shift F1. Later, tick that formula bar and tick that headings. Aprama the tick panniking. That is required actually. That formula bar and heading is required. After showing the report, uncheck it. The report kaamchonna uncheck panni. Okay. Actually, exercise number 21, I thought of giving it as a free hit photo. I thought of you to create a dashboard. உங்களை இந்த dashboard பண்ண சொல்லலாம்னு நினைச்சிட்டேன். I thought of you to create a dashboard here. But time is very short. I cannot do that. சின்ன AI tools மட்டும் பார்த்தலாம். For example, if I don't know how to create a report, now I know the pivot table. எனக்கு pivot table, I know that I can create a pivot table. But unfortunately here, I don't know how to make a pivot. எனக்கு pivot எப்படி பண்ணணும்னு தெரியாது. I don't know that. So, place the cursor on the table. It can be any table. Let us take the 20th table itself, exercise number 20. So, will Excel help us? Will Excel AI will help us? I think Copilot is not required. You can do it in normal Excel itself. So, place the cursor on the table. Go to the tab called as Data. The Data under tab. Under the Data tab, Data Tools. Go to the Data tab, Data Tools. Above the Data Tools, you can see there is a small button available. A small button available. Analyze Data. Go to the Data tab. On the Data Tools, Analyze Data. A small button called as Analyze Data. Just your Wi-Fi has to be connected, internet has to be connected. Click on this Analyze Data. It will analyze it and it will suggest you what are all the better visuals you can create. So in the table வச்சு என்னென்ன மாதிரி visualsலாம் நீங்க பண்ணலாம். So what are all the visuals you can create? So due days wise, product date wise, so I can create this chart. Invoice amount wise, I can create a chart like this. Show all result, it will show you all the result. What are all the possible way of creating the chart? It will show you the chart here. If you are okay with some chart, always as I told, AI cannot give you the right result. Always it may make a mistake also.
but I'm not okay. Can I create my own chart or can I create my own table? But I don't know how to create a table. எனக்கு டேபிள் எப்படி கிரியேட் பண்ணணும்னு தெரியும். I don't know how to create a table. I don't know how to create a chart also. So what do you do? For example, I want to create city-wise what is the sum of invoice amount as a line chart or as a bar chart. I want to create something like this. But I don't know how to create a chart. So என்ன பண்ணுங்க, ரொம்ப simple. In this analyze data, there is a button available. Ask the question about your data. Ask a question about your data. Now, I'm going to type my question here. Sum of invoice amount. I want sum of invoice amount by city. Sum of invoice amount I want it by city wise as what you want, as a table, as a pie chart, as a line chart, as a column chart, as a bar chart, anything. For example, let us put a bar chart. I want it as a bar chart. That's all. Enter. So it will create a chart for us. That's all. Either click பண்ணீங்கன்னா the chart will get inserted. So just type what you want. என்ன வேணுமோ அதை type பண்ணு. Just normal, simple, plain English. Sum of invoice amount by city as a bar chart. For this, I think Copilot is not required. You can do it in normal AI itself. But still, I am very bad in typing. Not type பண்றது, I am not very fast in typing. So place the cursor here on your keyboard. Keyboard la Windows H. Sum of invoice amount by city as a column chart. That's all. We got a report. பேசியே ரிப்போர்ட்டை கிரியேட் பண்ணலாம். You can dictate and you can create a report. Just go here, Windows H, sum of invoice amount by city as a column chart. Sir, Windows H. Try to press Windows H. என்ன வெர்ஷன்? சின்னதா இருக்க பாருங்க பட்டன், சம்டைம்ஸ் சின்னதா இருக்கும். Older version 2625. Go to home tab. Go to home tab. So like this, if you know any prompting, these are all reports. Same thing. இதே விஷயத்தை தான் you are going to do it through Copilot. Copilot கிட்டத்தட்ட same concepts. This tool analyze data is only for analyzing the data. But Copilot will help everywhere. If you don't know how to write a formula, if you don't know how to create a chart, if you don't know how to clean up your data, so everything the Copilot will help. I will show a small sample about a small option in this Copilot. I have sample data. So for example, I have opened this data. Here I have some data available here. So sorry.
There is a data available here. Chinna table. So this table is having the purchase order, supplier name. The supplier name I have some problem. One supplier name it's not typed properly. There is a spelling mistake. And here you can see the material. The Bangalore plant name is Bangalore. Select Bangalore. It's not in a proper order. Order date. So one order date is DDMMYY, MMDDYY. One quantity is missing. Unit cost is not proper. The derivative status, one is capital letter, another one is small letter. Some people have typed it complete, some people have typed it completed. So my data is not in a proper order. So manually you have to do this. A small table you can do it. Suppose it's a very big table, it's a very table. It will take more time for us. So report create panna normal you use the AI tool, don't use Copilot for it. And a Copilot is a credit based. We have some credit points. Every month you will license not like ChatGPT or anything. 250, 300 credits. So if you go beyond that, you cannot buy also. Next month you have to wait. Until the next month you have to wait. So you understand when that's you feel that's very tough. Tougher, then go for Copilot. Otherwise, try to use the normal AI tools. So I believe this is very tougher for me. For me, it's very tough to do this. So I want to convert. I want to remove the duplicate values, and I want my supplier name should be in a proper order. So there is some spelling mistake, capital letters, small letters. Materials also there is some problem, small letter, capital letter. Plant name, spelling mistake, Bangalore, date is not proper. So all the columns is having some problem. It's an organized one. I want to organize it. So just type whatever you want it. Remove the duplicates. Please help me to remove the duplicates and organize my supplier name, organize my material name, organize my plant name, organize my order date in DDMMYY format. So like this, you have to give a prompt. Instead of typing a prompt, in the tea break, I have just typed some prompt and keep it ready in a time. So clean this table by removing the duplicate values, trimming that space. Supplier name is not in a standard format, standardize it. And plant name is also not in a standard format, Bangalore. And like the status value is also not in a proper capital or small letters. This proper organize panni convert. I want to organize it and convert it properly. So I am going to do this. This prompt, you can see there is a Copilot available here. Click on the Copilot. You can create a formula. Suppose morning, but the if, I will show you an if function as also an example. So this prompt, I will copy this entire prompt. So I want to clean up my data here. I am copying this entire prompt. Or you have to type it. Type on a time I have copied already. I have typed already. And clean my table. So there are some problem in this table. And clean my table here. So I typed that whatever the things available here, I have typed it there. Now I am going to give this prompt to my Copilot. So clicked on the Copilot and I typed my prompt. Clean the table, remove the unwanted rows, unwanted columns and supplier, standardize it, everything I did it. Now I click on send. So now it's working on my steps based on my Wi-Fi speed or something. It will work. It will clean up all my tables. So the organize panni, unwanted columns, remove duplicates. It's checking each and every row. It can be thousands of rows, millions of rows and data. It will check and it will clean up and it will prompt and it will convert as a proper table. So in the Mari it's taking some time. Yeah. But it will convert. So you can see there are some duplicate values. It said there are some duplicate values which was removed. So it is doing something on the background here. Even it will create some formula. It has did now. It has completed. All the unwanted rows has been deleted. A supplier name organized panichi. Material name is organized. Bangalore has turned into Bengaluru. Data has turned into a proper format. Quantity has turned into a proper format. Unit cost has turned into proper format. Delivered, completed, spelling mistake, everything it has cleaned. So it has turned into a proper simple table. So now small samples. So like this, you can prompt anything. If you feel it's very tougher to use, then do this prompting. Do this Copilot. As I told, Copilot is a credit based. Very important. If you are not able to do it in Excel, Excel tougher, then do it. Otherwise, don't do this. For example, today or yesterday you have written some formulas here. ஒரு exercise formulas. Actually, I would have given an exercise and I would have asked you to do that, but unfortunately it's not there. Now, for example, so this expert, it's very tougher for me to write this formula. The formula, more than 20 years of experience, I want to put an expert. More than 10 years, I want to put a senior. More than 5 years, I want to put a middle. Less than 5 years, I want to put a junior. So I'm finding very tough to write this formula. And the formula is tough. So click here and you can see add a column. I want to add a column with the formula based on the experience, based on exp where greater than the question update greater than 20 is expert, greater than 20 is expert, and greater than 10 is senior, and others are juniors. So like this, I want to create a formula. The formula is tougher. I don't know if, I don't know lookup, I don't know how to write the IFS. Can try with suggestion IFS, use switch, or use if, or Excel will take it to one formula also. And if we send it, it will create a formula for us. It's taking some time, but it will add a column and it will create a formula here. So, that's the heading of this experience level. Yes. So, you can see the formula is written automatically for us. So, formula thana vandichu paru. Even it has given a suggestion of heading also. That's heading. Now, heading suggest it has given the heading experience level. Who are all expert, who are all seniors, who are all juniors. Anything, just give your prompt, formula, function, charts, anything, any charts. If you feel that's very tougher to do it in Excel, then try the Copilot. Otherwise, don't try the Copilot. If you feel it's very tougher, or if you feel it's impossible manually, the impossible, otherwise don't do it. For example, I have a chart here, sales in lakhs. Wherever my sales in lakhs is more than a target, I want to give a green color. Less than a target, I want to give a red color. So, for example, I am giving a prompt here. Create a clustered column chart where sales in lakhs is more than the average. Average oda adhigama irundhuchu vechunga, more than the average, then change color as green. More than average are the green. Average தாண்டி போயிடுச்சுனா எனக்கு sales it's green. Otherwise, red. அப்படி இல்லையா red color. இதுக்கு நீங்க ஃபார்முலாலாம் எழுதணும். You have to write a formula because in Excel chart you cannot change the color based on a condition. Condition based பண்ணி கலர்லாம் மாத்த முடியாது. That's impossible. So let us click here. Now it will analyze, it will create some functions. If function லாம் போட்டு ஏதோலாம் பண்ணி it will create a chart and it will give you the color also. Conditional லாம் போட்டு it will create a chart and it will create the color by itself. These are all the things are not possible manually in Excel. இதெல்லாம் you can try in Copilot. Only Copilot is you have to give the இதுவே chat GPT லாம் பண்ணா அது இன்ஸ்ட்ரக்ஷன் கொடுக்கும், இதெல்லாம் பண்ணணும்னு கொடுக்கும், பட் it will do it here straight away. அதான் advantage of Copilot. நீங்க chat GPT இதே விஷயத்தை பண்ணா it will show you the steps. இதுக்கு அடுத்தது என்ன பண்ணணும், இதுக்கு அடுத்தது என்ன பண்ணணும், what are all the steps, and it will show you the steps. But here it will do it, it will create it by itself. That's the advantage of this Copilot. It automatically calculates, it will create it. It's taking some time. Yes, hold on. It has created a chart for us. So wherever it's more than the above average, below average, wherever it's more than my average, it is green. Wherever it's less than the average, it's red. Average sales or valuing on this 86.17 is my average. So 86.17 மேல போனதெல்லாம் green, less than that it's red. These are all the things we cannot do it in normal Excel. Colorலாம் நீங்க condition colorலாம் பண்ண முடியாது. So like this, just to give an instruction to your Copilot. That's the advantage of the Copilot. If you are using some other like Claude, or if you are using some other Gemini or Chat GPT, you have to come here and you have to do the steps. How to create a clustered chart where the sales is lacks in more than average. Chat GPT steps. Do the step. First, second, you have to do this. Third, you have to do this. Fourth, you have to do this. Or it will show you some formula. And the formula you have to copy and you have to paste it here. But here, huh? You can modify it. You can go here and modify it. I don't like green color. Change the above average. And prompt கம்மி பண்றீங்கன்னா better. முதல்லயே கொடுத்துட்டீங்கன்னா better. ஏன்னா prompt is credit based சொன்னாலே ஒவ்வொரு இதுக்கும் ஒரு credit போயிட்டே இருக்கும். அதனால முதல்லயே டிசைட் பண்ணி வச்சிட்டு பண்றது better. But இது மூலமா கலர் மாத்துறது நீங்க நேரால கலர் மாத்திக்கலாம். But you can change it also. Change the above average color as blue. And it will change your, instead of green, you may get a blue color also. But I don't recommend Copilot. But still, you can do that. Okay. Try to explore the Copilot. Once again, it's a very big topic. Unfortunately, Copilot is not chapter Copilot we would have covered it, but since Copilot is not available, try to use that. After getting the license, we can have a separate session on Copilot. Copilot or 1 hour, 2 hours. It's very easy. Conditional formatting, everything whatever you did today and yesterday, prompt type it will create. But before that, you should understand whether it's giving the right result. Answer. Whether this answer is right or wrong, if you know how to do this formula, and the formula correct, Copilot cannot make 100% correct. It may make a mistake also. And the formula, then it's very easy to know that you are right. So another knowing formula is very vital. Even XLOOKUP function, VLOOKUP function also, you can do it in Copilot. Try panipa. Okay? Done? As I told, I thought of creating more exercise for you. Assignment exercise task this dashboard. And I want you to create some charts like this. Due to time constraint, we are not able to do that. I hope you are all better than yesterday morning. Morning oda better nenikiren, but the challenge is you would have noticed what has happened today. 10 நிமிஷத்து போனதே மறந்து போச்சு. So 10 minutes before you learned, you forgot it, but please practice. தயவு செஞ்சு practice பண்ணுங்க. If you are not practicing, I am damn sure you will forget the concept. Okay? Now, thanks a lot, but I need your scorecards and you have to wait for a few more minutes to get back your certification. Top 5 you will get the certification. Feedback kuduthurunga sir. Kudunga. You can give the feedback. Oh, online ah. Coming money. Seri kan. Illa sana score vaanga poran.